Signal. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you guys in the chat, can you guys hear me? Let me know. Drop a yes in the chat if you can hear me. Because I'm looking at my signal and I'm in. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Say yes in the chat if you can hear me. Let me see.
Um, I don't think so. It's still saying waiting for Soap Corner Talk.
Really? Cause
Mm-hmm.
it's saying that I'm live, but my signal it seems to be
Now you are.
okay. Can you see it now, Bree?
Everything's live now. Hey guys.
Okay, now it's live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, and they're saying yes, they can hear me.
Perfect.
Okay,
Hi guys.
I was wondering. I'm like, hold on.
Did Victor hack into your software too? He knew we were gonna talk about him. He
Oh
went ahead
my
and hacked the
goodness, that's
software.
funny. What you say? Did the AI system attack us too? All
He
right, you
might have done
guys.
it already.
How many people we got in the chat?
Oh my goodness, we almost 50 people.
Oh, okay, good. They're starting to stroll on in here. All right, you guys, welcome to Soap Corner Talk, where Bree, myself, T, Bree, and Keisha will be jumping on a little bit later, and we're going to be breaking it all down for the Young and the Restless, the Bold and the Beautiful, and Beyond the Gates for the week of November 3rd through November 7th. So, if you have not
Yeah.
subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a like to the channel. Also, you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook group, and also on, I think, TikTok and X and all those other places too. Um, Pink says she's listening while she driving.
Okay, drive safe.
Yeah, just drive
Is
safe.
it uh, two of our soapies said the sound was a bit low. Can you guys hear us?
Can you hear us clearly? They say it's low.
I saw a couple of messages from the soapy saying it was low.
Okay. But they saying they can hear us, so we're gonna keep it moving.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we also have four other segments. Flip the script. Who's taking several seats? Star of the week, a pickle of the week, and the Simp Olympics. So I got a list already for that one.
Uh, Me too. And the thing is, sweeps are supposed to be like the midterms
Mm-hmm.
of the soap world, and I feel like Bold and Y&R they're failing. Like they're
Miserably.
barely passing, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
Exactly. They're failing miserably. I'm like, what the heck? And I know that some people might not like our commentary about Young and the Restless, but I'm sorry, we're going to give our candid feedback on what we've been watching. And listen,
Mm-hmm.
if you enjoy it, fine, no shade. We still going to cover it, but at the same time, we're going to have our critiques to it as well.
Yeah, we gotta. We're soapies. We love the show. We watch it just like you guys, and it's like little kitchen table talk amongst us soapies. So we're gonna be honest about what we
Mm-hmm.
see, and not everyone is gonna agree. That some of us on the panel we don't agree on certain things, but we just have the conversation because it's fun. It's supposed to keep it light on a Friday night.
Yeah, and and even what Bree just said in regards to, so we sometimes we have a what a disagreement or a difference of opinion, I should say, because we were going back
Mm-hmm,
and
that's
forth
better.
earlier today about Samantha and Kat and Martin.
And Kat. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, we had.
so I mean, we started out one way, but I think we finally ended up on the same page.
Courtesy of Samantha. Boy, I was like, oh my goodness. But I had some thoughts in the very beginning. I was like, okay, I see your point, Martin. But Samantha,
Yeah, exactly.
boy, this cannot be my child. This cannot be my
Girl,
child.
I know, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this one. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button as we break it all down. We kicked off the week in a strong way. We were talking about this last Friday with Claire and Holden, and they kicked
Oh
off Monday
yes,
with the continuation of it.
the music helps it out so much, but we haven't seen a love scene like that in forever.
Not
That
on
was
Young and the
hot. That
Restless.
was
We haven't seen anything
not
like
on Young and
that,
Restless.
like at that particular level since probably pre-COVID.
That sounds about right, actually.
But here's
It,
my
it,
thing
it
though,
was.
Bree, is that I was excited to rewatch it on Monday, but it didn't
Mm-hmm.
hit the same when I watched it Friday. I don't know what it. I'm like, and it was clear. It was on my screen. Of course, my screen is bigger watching it live, and I'm like, it was all right. I'm like, what was the difference than when I saw it on Friday? I don't know. It was weird.
Well, I I gotta give little Claire some credit because this girl said she liked that ride and she went back 3 times, was tearing them sheets up, and then she
Man,
kicked him out. I I was like, wow, this is the reason, the only sole reason why this girl wanted to go to LA.
yeah, she wanted to get out of town. But see, here's the thing. Did you notice even in her conversation that she had with Kyle? Was that today?
Mm-hmm.
She said at least she said, well, right now we can't be together. Well, let me change that. At least for now. She she is trying
Mm-hmm.
to keep Kyle waiting in the winds while she continue on with Holden.
You think she's going to continue on with Holden?
I don't think I
I
mean I think she's having doubts because number one, what she heard, I think a lot of that back and forth with Sienna Bacall makes a difference too as well. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So, and she still have some feelings for Kyle. That hasn't changed. I just think she wanted to experiment with Holden to get that out of her system, which I'm like, girl, you don't realize what you're getting yourself involved in. And then she figured once she figured, because she said after that whole thing that she was still confused.
I don't think this girl's confused. Me personally, I think she's been very blunt and clear. And when she had that conversation with Victoria, she said, "Look, whole like I've been having my fun, but Holden has some baggage I'm not trying to deal with." And then when she brought up Kyle, she's like, "Look, I love Kyle, love
Mm-hmm.
Harrison. He
Mm-hmm.
wants something serious, and I'm just simply not on that page."
Yeah, I don't know. That girl, she
So
just wanted to, she got her curiosity piqued. She wanted to go
three
and,
times.
yeah, she wanted to go and try it out. And then when he dropped that information on her, then now she like, hmm. But here's the thing. I asked that question earlier. Why do you think he told her that? Because in my opinion, oh, let me read this super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Is that Autumn?
Thank you.
Thank you, Autumn. She said, hey, Bree and T, does Claire still have feelings for Kyle? Because she seems a little confused, like the fact that she was crying for Kyle. Exactly. I don't, she's confused, all right.
It's hard for me to see it that way. I think that she doesn't know where to put her feelings. I think she wants Kyle in her life, but I think she enjoys this little taste of the single life. I think she feels it suits her better, and she's kind of like Hope, where she likes the attention
Mm-hmm.
and having and likes to kind of dangle a little carrot in front of these guys just to keep them in her circle, but she's not going to give any full commitment. I feel like she's been very blunt about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think that she got her curiosity piqued because here's the thing. Prior to the whole thing in Nice with Audra and that whole kiss that Kyle did, Holden was always around, but she had a boundary. I don't know if this just gave her the open door. She was looking for an excuse now, and Kyle gave it to her. What do you
Um,
think?
Honestly, I think so. I think, and that's the reason why she was disappointed in Victor backing up Kyle and everyone saying, like, oh, you should stay with him. She didn't like that. She figured that telling Victor everything
Mm-hmm.
and Victor's disapproval, that was all that she needed to just go ahead and break up with Kyle. But
Mm-hmm.
then she was dragging it out and trying to find a way to wiggle her way out of the relationship, and she did. And then we saw how quickly she processed that breakup.
Mm-hmm.
She called Holden.
Yep.
So
Two
I
seconds
think that
later.
she felt that way ever since she told Victor that she wanted an out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then she thought she was going to get a co-signage from Victor, and Victor was like, "Oh no, he loves you. He did all of this to prove that Audra was trying to set him up, and I can understand that." And she looking at him like, "Dang, I thought I was gonna get an out. Nope." And then turn around, she was just like, "Forget about it. I'm just gonna end this myself, at least temporarily, because that's what it looks like. Go and see what's up with Holden, and then come back home, and hopefully Kyle will still be pining after me." Now, the thing is, I think Holden really likes Claire, which is, in my opinion, why he dropped that information on her. Because when he originally wasn't going to say anything, she kind of pulled
Uh-huh.
back. Her energy shifted.
Yeah.
And he realized that, and he like, "Oh, I want to keep her around. Well, what do I do? I'm going to just drop this T on her."
Some version of the tea.
Right.
Because apparently
There's
for
more.
Monday's episode, there's way more, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So he told her something that's going to pacify her. But even still, what he told her on, was it Wednesday or Thursday or something?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing pretty much she can judge given her past history. She tried to unalive her own family. I don't think Audra stealing $500,000 is bad.
Yeah,
Is
but
anything?
see, that's the thing about Claire in her mind is putting the accountability on her Aunt Jordan and how brainwashed she was. "I didn't know what I was doing. My aunt brainwashed me, which is why I'm trying to now make my own decisions." She's not taking accountability for the fact that she did that. She's trying to pin that on the fact that she was brainwashed and disillusioned by her aunt.
Mm-hmm.
So she don't even
And
see.
that's
That's why she don't even see herself as like, "Well, hey, I tried to kill my family. Well, I can't be looking in sideways at Holden." But she's not looking at it like
yeah.
that. She's looking at him like, really? Okay. And I'm like, "Girl, please, you need to stop."
She a whole hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
And even when he explained the story, I remember when I watched the episode, I was in a group chat and I was like this was it. This was the big secret
Mm-hmm.
of Audra and Holden. I'm like, this was a waste. But I guess there's more to the story according to Monday's episode. So,
Yeah.
but nothing in comparison to what Claire did. Like
Exactly.
she had a lot of a lot of nerve to judge anybody
Yeah,
for their
she
actions.
she was the one that facilitated the IV and everything into Nikki's arm to break her sobriety. The needle in the neck, who always talked about that, and then the poison with her mom and her Nick and Victor and all of the people that came there. So yeah, she almost took a whole family out.
Yeah. And now they're the ones who are gassing her up and trying to go to above and beyond to protect her. And I'm like,
Now that's one heck of a
okay,
redemption arc.
absolutely. Luna wished she had that redemption arc.
Exactly. Listen,
Like,
technically, Claire poisoned more. Well, I mean, the other, well, Luna, they died from it.
yeah,
But Claire poisoned more people than Luna did.
yeah, she sure did. And she keeps talking about, like, I don't want anyone to lie to me. I'm like, honey, you came on to the show as a lie and you
Hmm.
went with it.
Yeah, that's
You
why
were a
it's
child.
do you think she's being hard on Kyle?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Because he took her, at face value and said, like, hey, you're going through these changes. I want to support you. I want to be your friend and blah, blah, blah. Completely disregarded what she did.
Her past, right.
So he gave her the benefit of the doubt, whereas like a normal human being would be like, nah, you can't be around my child.
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, you can't even bring me a coffee. I don't even trust what you do.
But see, that's what Summer's issue was. Besides the fact, I think a little part of her wanted to get back with Kyle, but the other part is she didn't trust Claire.
And I don't blame her. Absolutely, she's looking out for her little boy, but also like, hey, like you tried to unalive my whole family,
See,
including her dad.
and see, this is why I wish they would do clapbacks. So we see a
Yeah,
lot of that, a little bit more. I won't say a lot, but we see a little bit more of that on Beyond the Gates, where they have a sassy comeback, right? At some
yeah,
point, people like Lily and Claire, somebody need
yeah,
to say, "Well, wait a minute. You got a lot of nerve. Look what you did." You know what I mean?
yeah.
And Claire is
I
just oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I agree. I feel like Summer tried to do that, but then you got Victoria running her big mouth, trying to jump in and cape for her daughter, knowing that she did all those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the truth.
Yeah, I mean, she was talking about how dare you lie to me and you tried to keep a secret from me. That's where Kyle should have been like, hold on. You came in. I got into a relationship with a woman that pretty much not even my kid's mother trusted, and I gave you an opportunity at this. I mean, instead of okay, they tiptoe around her. Kyle tiptoes around her, and I'm not saying he got to get loud and rude and disrespectful, but at some point, give her a reality check.
Right. Exactly. And it would serve her best because of all things, like granted, yeah, we know Kyle's a liar. We know he sometimes is out for himself, kind of like
Mhm.
Liam.
Mhm.
But the magnitude of what she did in comparison to the things that he's did
Mhm.
is night and day. She has no reason whatsoever to judge a soul.
Correct.
A
Mhm.
soul.
Mhm.
She lucky her family forgave her and welcomed her in. And she
Mhm.
was able to change her last name to Newman, not her father's.
Yeah.
So she has a cakewalk in life because everyone has basically rolled out the red carpet for her even after her crimes. So you couldn't forgive Kyle for a kiss, but you wanted to break up with him so you can have an excuse to go sleep with Holden.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be woman enough to say that.
Exactly. And Jenna in the chat, she says somebody needs to tell her that. That's what I'm saying. But every time she jumps up and get mad, who are you to tell me what to do? This is my life. Okay, I get that, girl, but I'm not gonna have you talking crazy to me. And that's the thing. She talks down to Kyle. And then that's why when Kyle last week was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you the time and space, and I'm going back to Genoa City. Then you're gonna turn around and say, oh, you giving up? You're not gonna fight anymore. Why should he even fight with you if you're gonna stonewall him anyway?
And this is the same man who put a $5 million contract
On his
on
head,
himself,
exactly, for
on his
her.
head. And Victor could have ran with it,
Mm-hmm.
but didn't. He wanted to have, like, he brought her into his child's life. Harrison loves that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to be selfish. She doesn't owe anything to
Right.
anybody.
She
That's
doesn't.
fine.
Right.
But this man has wrapped his world pretty much around her. I mean, this man was trying to kiss up to Victor for her, and she kept really forcing the issue, knowing how Victor was. So he literally was jumping through any and every hoop for this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a mistake. It was a stupid one because he should have just stayed and not went to Nice. But what happened would happen. But she doesn't have the capacity to forgive. But I'm like, people forgave you for your transgressions, major, serious transgressions. You should be in jail.
Hold on a second. Yeah, nobody's saying that Kyle is innocent. I mean, he like Bree just said, he shouldn't have never went to Nice. He should have just stayed there. He tried to go into this competition with Audra to beat her. And then, of course, being in a compromising position because obviously, Victor put Audra in position to try to seduce him, thinking that I need Kyle to break my granddaughter's heart so she can break up with him. I mean, there's other circumstances around that, but he could have removed himself from that. So we're not going to absolve the fact that he did kiss Audra. However, we're not going to absolve Claire of her choices either. Now, granted, she got to choose what she want to do with her life, which is what Bree said a few minutes ago, right? But at the same time, you go and try to keep this man on ice. Because I mean, yes, she said maybe we need some time, we need a break. But are they officially just completely broken up?
She broke up with this man.
Okay, so she did break up with him, but at the same time keeping him nearby.
Yeah,
or
dangling
not now.
The carrot. Yeah, dangling the carrot. Oh, possibly. Oh, not right now. She knows exactly what she's doing. This girl is far from innocent. And once again, this is all pretty much part of Kyle's karma, given all his actions is coming up to him. Like he chose who he chose.
Mm-hmm.
He knew about Claire's past. He knew that there was a lot of messiness that came with her. Same way he also knew that she didn't have any experiences, that she could be, curious as to what the streets were going to look like. He should have been more cautious about who he brought around his child, personally speaking. But Claire got to play in the streets, play with the traffic lights, play with the stop signs. She was a happy girl going on that ride 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And if Kyle goes back to that, that is on him.
Yep. I agree. So, yeah, we're not saying, let's just jump on Claire. I mean, granted, I've did several standalone videos over the past month with regards to her hypocrisy because we did call Kyle out this summer. You know,
Oh yeah,
we called him out. At the same time, we are going to call out Claire too.
absolutely. Now I will say I like this little side of Claire. I mean, look at her at the bottom right corner. We've never seen that level of passion, that level of excitement with her and Kyle.
Hmm. Well, because I don't know, and to me, I guess there's this whole theory that with the wild one, you get wild, and I guess it's vanilla with Kyle. Because I've seen a lot of people say that Kyle and Claire are boring together. Maybe she need to take that energy, because see, she's trying to tote two different worlds. There's kind of like what Vanessa was doing for so many years. She lived with Dougie until, of course, he's now
Mm-hmm.
gone. But then now her wild side is coming out with Joey.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that because she did touch on that too.
Yeah, she's who did she tell that to? Was that
She told that to Joey.
Oh, that was to Joey. Okay.
She said that, you know, basically Doug wasn't able to really satisfy her or excite her, whereas Joey is a all-in-one package.
Oh, she sure did. That was in yesterday or today's episode.
I think that was I
I
think
think it
that
was
was yesterday's
yesterday.
episode.
Yeah. Yep.
So maybe Vanessa is like Claire in like 20 plus years.
Possibly. Now, Electro Soul Girl said, I'm glad she broke up with Kyle. She's young and audience gets to see Holden, who has a very limited storyline otherwise. What let me ask you a question, because obviously him and Audra had a past, right? We heard them talk about it,
Yeah.
but we haven't seen that side of them yet. Would you think it would have been a better um scene between those two?
Mm, to be honest, that would be really hot.
Yeah, because you know how
Um,
Audra can get.
oh yeah, she's shown her resume on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my issue is they rewrote Holden and Audra's story because if you guys remember in the very beginning of this year, the whole reason why Holden was even antagonizing Nate was letting him know that, oh, we used to date, we used to do such and such, and that was what they alluded to. But
Right.
when Holden was telling that story, it was like, oh, I was working at the bar. She was with a guy, and she picked his wallet, and had very few interactions with her. So they rewrote that entire connection because it's like, why were you making a big deal about like you dated her, you had this good like
Mm-hmm.
awesome chemistry, and you guys used to work for Tucker together. I'm like, what happened to that storyline?
Yeah, it was a rewrite. I totally
Yeah.
agree with you,
So
because they start like you said, they started out with a romantic history, and now it's more of somebody stole somebody's money.
yeah, and he just did it as a favor. They weren't. It seems like they weren't even friends. It was just,
But see, I
I'll help
think
you
that's what
out.
it was, is that it was so far long ago with this storyline, they just figured like, they forget. Let's just rewrite it.
Nope.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I got a
You
mind
know
like an
what? Let's
elephant.
get off of Claire, because we talked about her for a while, and move to L.A.,
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of this stuff with what's his name, Matt Clark, and Sienna Bacall's husband,
Mitch,
Mitch.
Nat. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And this whole thing with because obviously Noah woke up out of his coma.
I can't look at Sienna and Noah the same after J Money told.
What did Jay Money
You
say?
remember when you So the actors who play Sienna and Noah were on, I believe it was General Hospital or maybe Days of Our Lives. I know you guys will correct us in the chat, but they played mother and son.
Oh no.
Seriously.
Oh jeez.
So I looked at a scene on YouTube, and it was where he called her mom. So then, when I look at them like making out passionately against the wall, I was like,
I don't. What was they
I
thinking?
can't
I did. You know
see.
what? I never would have expected that anyway. I mean, then it speaks for itself why this man was ran off the road, because probably her
Exactly.
husband found out that he's been messing around with her.
Yeah, I like it clued me in when they said that they lived close to where that crash site was. So I'm like, and on top of that, she was the last person to try to call him too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Mitch and probably that detective ran Noah off of the road and trying to clean their hands. But I also think they're going to try to pin Sienna for what happened.
Yeah. Well, he woke up now because they were trying to do all that stuff. Unless I'm missing something from Monday, but they were thinking that this man was still in a coma. Well, he's awake now. And now with
Mm-hmm.
her, we saw that promo where Sienna is up there smooching with Noah. No, I wonder, does Allie know about all this, or did they break up before he got with Sienna?
So they did break up. I think Sharon had brought that up about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, they did break up, and I don't think there's any information regarding if the actress is coming back. So, and based off the looks of it, he's definitely not missing no alley.
Right.
He,
I'm just
he's more
surprised that they
curious.
went this route. I mean, obviously this is a sweeps month. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting up there like, okay, where are we going with this? I'm thinking it was going to be some type of mystery. Obviously, it flips it a little bit by putting Sienna in the mix where she's his girlfriend or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gail Lewis. She said it's true. Tamara and Lucas played mother and son, Ava and Trip, on Days of Our Lives.
Jenna said this whole
And
story is already boring.
she said, I'm through with this.
I mean,
Look, I
yeah, after I saw that this coming week, I'm like, why?
yeah. I mean, this is definitely an interesting twist.
Because you remember, I heard one
Um,
of y'all say that Nick will probably end up being with Sienna or something. Well, his son,
that was me.
yeah.
That was me. Because Nick usually gets first dibs on all the new chicks that come in town. I mean, look what happened with Sally and who else? Ah, I forgot the girl's name, but Nick always gets first dibs with all the new women.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, I was like, oh, look at Nick's future girlfriend. And
Right.
Anna and Noah was like, oh, wow. And then when Jay Money said, oh, they played mother and son, I was like, oh, wow. Okay,
That's
Josh
going to be
Griffin, are
kind
you
of weird
Bradley?
for people that watch both shows.
Yeah, because and the thing is, the scene was fairly recent too. It's on YouTube where he
Mm-hmm.
calls her mom. I was like, oh my god.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
okay. I'm like, Bradley Bell did the casting.
So, right. Girl, please. So I don't know. This big reveal and taking the things off. Obviously, this is a recast and whatnot. Okay, fine. It brings on this Sienna Bacall and this, Matt Clark thing from 1,000 years ago. Okay, I don't really, you know. I'm curious to find out, but now that you was telling me about Monday's episode with this AI program, now it's kind of piquing my interest because at first I was like, this thing is just dragging too long. But yeah, this
Oh
whole
yeah,
LA thing, I don't. Go ahead, girl.
everybody and their mom is in LA for whatever reason. But I so they're doing basically all of this for another Sharon storyline. I think Allison Combs also said it like, why does YNR have Sharon in a state of constant suffering? Because what else are they going to do with her?
Exactly.
For the
What
past
else?
couple of years, like she has gone through bipolar episodes, losing Ray, this thing that, well, not the thing, but the
Cameron
things
Kirsten.
that have Cameron Kirsten, Heather's unaliving, the stuff with Alan and Martin Laurent, and now this.
Man, it's crazy. I don't know. You know.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to find something to, this whole confusion with Claire is laughable. So, that's entertaining because she's being,
yeah.
but, and then the other thing, now hopefully we start to see some movement with this AI situation. But this LA thing, it's just not, yeah, not for me at
I don't
least.
think it's I don't think it's going to go anywhere because now we had the stuff with Noah and Sienna and what happened to him, but now they're looping into stuff with Holden and Audra that took place in LA. And to be honest, I'm like, I really don't see I don't see the point in it, the Holden and Audra storyline, because all it really does is just showcase that she's a failure. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's a failed 304.
Mm-hmm.
How she had all of those rich men.
Who, Audra? Yeah, girl, please. And she fumbled all of them. I mean, even
Oh,
Tucker was willing to, even though I prefer Tucker to be with Phyllis, but yeah, she had opportunities. Nate, Tucker, Kyle, um, obviously
Noah.
Noah, so yeah.
She had all of them. And she stole $500,000, but doesn't have, she's still in a hotel. She about to lose another job because Jill on Monday's episode said that she doesn't want to hire Audra. So we'll see how
I
it
thought she
goes.
was supposed to be a
Um,
silent investor.
mm,
She ain't that silent if she telling people who to hire.
yeah, well, we know how that
How that
goes.
roll.
And
Exactly.
and Billy was banking on that with
Of
his
course
fake
he
sympathies on
was.
Monday.
Of course. Hey, I gotta
So
check that out. Go ahead.
So all of these men with money, you done stole money, you done gone from job to job. I'm like, what is going on down there to where there's a malfunction to where you fumble all of it?
Mm-hmm.
Like a complete failure. How is it Sally looks like the winning person and she's saving Audra?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing all of Sally's failures. It actually makes Sally look like the reasonable, successful person in all of this.
Yep. So,
I'm like, I, I, I'm like,
yeah.
who fumbles this badly on your back?
You're so funny. Um,
I'm
the only other couple things before we move on is I don't like, even though she made it back to town, I didn't like that advice that Diane and Jack gave Kyle to get his butt back down to LA to chase after Claire. And I'm like, why would you do that? And I mean, even
I,
they talked him into it because he at first he was like, no, I'm gonna stay here. Harrison is here. The threat of Victor is on the rise or whatever. And they was like, no, no, no. Yeah, just going on back to LA and find Claire and save it. You know, he, well, he ran into her at that coffee house.
Mm-hmm. And then try to get her to come to him and say, like, oh, well, Harrison misses you. Harrison wants to see you. You know, he really wants to show you all the candy and talk to you about the Halloween. She's like, oh, I'll stop by. He's like, no, but you can just come now and and
Yeah,
she's
it
like, okay,
was.
fine.
And then when she got there, he was like, let me take your coat. And she was like, nope. And I mean, she was like, this is going to be a quick visit. I'm like, girl, listen, just go home. Just go home.
Yeah,
That poor boy, he gonna end up getting hit. That little boy gonna get his feelings hurt. And by Kyle pressing the issue, and Claire is trying to straddle the fence. That the only
yeah,
person that's really getting hurt in this situation is Harrison. I think Sawana said that in the chat a little while back. That boy is gonna get hurt in the middle of all this.
exactly. That's why you gotta vet the right people before you bring them around your child. And if she's being flaky on you and Harrison now, this girl can up and change her mind at any point in time. And like, why would you want to put all your eggs in that basket who doesn't want to be in anything serious right now?
Yeah, he's trying to use Harrison as bait to rein her in, and that's not working. And you shouldn't use a kid as a pawn in order to, make sure that maybe this will get her back, and she'll feel guilty and be our little family again. Dude, don't do that. And then he had the nerve to say, I need to know if you and Holden was a couple. And she was like, I can't answer that. And he was like, I guess I got my answer. Well, Kyle, if you got your answer, you need to leave it alone. But no, he was like, it's not that because of the relationship. I just think Holden's a bad man. Dude, you don't know what happened in LA. That bad man was
Right.
all up and through Claire.
And the thing is, a lot of people have already threw their suspicions. Claire heard firsthand from Nate that he's not to be trusted, heard from all these different people. Holden's not to be trusted. She still went to LA anyway.
Mm-hmm. But I guess with
She's not a dumb girl.
Kyle, you it makes him look pathetic because
Uh,
your girl or your ex was 2 seconds off of leaving you and jumping ship, hanging out with this guy, and she can clearly because before they had slept together, she was like, "He's my friend. He's my friend." And now with the couple question, if he was still her friend, she would have said it. Hey, Keish.
Hi guys, ladies.
Hey.
Hi.
What
What's
you
going
think
on?
about the whole thing with Claire Holden and Kyle?
I don't know because I've barely been paying attention to it. I,
Wait a
I
minute.
know
So Y&R has been dragging for you too?
oh gosh, it's been dragging for me for like almost 6 months now. I mean, I know Claire and Holden slept together,
Mm-hmm.
but outside of that, it's like when I when I got caught up on this week because I didn't even bother to go back and try to catch up on what happened last week
Mm-hmm.
while I was out of town, but it's like this whatever's going on in LA, like the whole thing with Sienna and Claire, like constantly asking Holden like what went down with him and Audra while they were in LA. It's like I don't understand why she's so concerned about that for one, but I feel like they're throwing Audra under the bus here.
Oh,
I don't
really?
understand why.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like why all of a sudden Audra once again has become the bad guy in Claire's story, and it's like, why are you so concerned with whatever went on between her and Holden, however many years ago? I
Exactly.
going down that road with it. Um, and then I don't know. I'm tired of Nick and Sharon for some reason. They've just annoyed me.
Yeah.
I
What?
saw a scene and I don't know like the full context of it, but because I have pay attention when I do have it turned on. But Nick was in the bar, I think, talking to Sienna and was like, "Well, you just tell your husband that Nick Newman wants to see him or wants to talk to him." It's like, who are you? Why are you strutting around LA like dropping your name as if people should be scared of you?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Gotcha.
They all be different nerves.
Mm.
Outside of that, I have no clue what else is going on that show. Like, I'm
Well,
confused about all the stuff with
Kane.
what's his name, Kane. Yeah, I don't. I have no idea where that's at right now. Like, I don't. It's just
Well,
I
it
don't know.
kind of left off today's episode where that conversation with Lily because I'm sorry, Lily is so irritating. But I mean,
I
she
know.
wants all of this transparency as if he
Mm.
owes her something, but she gives him nothing in return that he is looking for. And I mean, granted, she doesn't have to, but he doesn't have to tell her anything either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
This has been the longest buildup leading to nothing. They started this early this year,
Mm-hmm.
and in what was it, July sweeps, June sweeps, May sweeps, something like that. Then we get the reveal that it's Kane. But
Mm.
he's supposed to be this smart billionaire. And after the end of Friday's episode, this is the biggest idiot. And in Monday's episode, yeah, solidifies he's the biggest idiot. How do you not have any safety precautions for your company? You're a multi-billionaire and you did it within 6 years. So you would think he has the mental capacity
Mm-hmm.
to hire the right people to set things in place, especially when he helped create a software that's supposed to torpedo other companies. It could ricochet and come back to his, but it didn't take any precautions.
Mm-hmm.
And now he really gets what he gets on Monday.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see that or whatever else is coming up next week. But
So that
yeah.
Phyllis,
Mm-hmm.
like, where is she at in all of this?
Oh, so Phyllis actually sold the software.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she did what everyone else does, go to Victor. And she
Mm-hmm.
said that she wants Jabot in return. So random. So, spoiler alert, Monday's episode, she goes and visits Victor. She's not happy that he's not doing what he promised
Oh.
because it's Victor's.
Did I not call
Because, I
that
mean,
out a couple weeks ago?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells her that, oh, I'm still going to go after Jabot, but I want to go after Kane's company first. And the thing that they keep throwing around in a couple of different episodes is there's a kill switch for that AI software. So I wonder if she's going to end up stopping Victor's plans because he decided to detour and do something else than what they agreed to.
Yeah. So that's where it's at
Oh,
in a
wow.
nutshell, Keish.
Yeah.
Mm. Very
So
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
for me, it's not.
Not
For me.
really.
And well, it makes somebody that was supposed to be so smart look so stupid.
Yes. Like you had the opportunity to torpedo Newman Enterprises to get all these companies. That was the whole purpose of him having the software. And then he then turned around and said, like, okay, Lily, just to be in your good graces and to kiss your feet, I'll hand the software to you, only for you to play Phyllis in her face. She reacts and steals your software and hands it to Victor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just
So he
goofy.
gets what he gets.
Yeah, I just hate that they brought Billy Flynn to play an idiot.
Boy, because I'm. How does he get out of this?
Exactly.
Like, he's about to be broke by the end of the episode, and I'm like, you became rich so Lily can come back to you. You think she's gonna come back to you
And
broke?
it's listen. Here's the thing, and she probably gonna be like, "That's what you get." And remember, she's getting ready to go have her baby, so she probably gonna take off, and he gonna be right there
Mm-hmm.
by himself, broken, busted. Unless there's this kill switch that you talking about, that maybe Phyllis can intervene.
Yeah, because if you guys remember, because I think I said it a few times that he had a conversation with Phyllis
Mm-hmm.
in the train when they originally were thinking about handing Billy the AI software to torpedo Victor for Chancellor. He said he's going to make Billy think he's in control, but he's never fully in control. So he had the power to stop Billy in his tracks for whatever plan. He told this to Phyllis. I
Mm.
think with Phyllis having the knowledge that she has, and she extracted the entire software, I don't think she's going to be that stupid to hand Victor the software and the kill switch.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that would be Kane's only saving grace, unless she's a smart person. It's like, look, I'm going to have Victor do all the dirty work and extract all the funds and then pull the kill switch and have all those funds transferred over to me.
Yep. Well, it remains to be seen. But in the meantime, Lily is going to be like, well, that's what you get for creating something like that. Because she's blaming him all the way around. If it hurts him, if it hurts somebody else, if it hurts the entire Geneva City, it's still all his fault.
Yeah, like somebody sneezes, it's Kane's fault. Like she forgot to put on her lip gloss, it's Kane's fault. I'm like, go ahead and go visit your invisible kids, please.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Crystal Khalil should be due right about now,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, yeah, the way that she was looking in that dance, that Halloween video that they did off of the Thriller song, that her stomach was huge.
She looked about 8 months
Right.
because she was even starting to show for the knee scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was I know they filmed that back in March or April,
Yeah,
but it
so
didn't air until like May.
if she's due this month, she would have been pregnant in February. If she's due December, she would have been pregnant in March.
Yep. So the Crystal Cliff, congratulations, girl.
Mm-hmm.
She should be due right about now. So I probably won't expect Lily to be on for the Christmas episode.
Yep.
I would assume,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
but we never know.
Oh, right quick, Keish, what did you think about the Claire and Holden scene? Yay? Nay? Was it like what we remember prior to 2019?
I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't. It was. It was cool. It wasn't as boring as I felt like her and Kyle's was.
Okay.
I will say she is a little more likable with Holden, but
Yep.
the way she keeps going back and I feel like she's still kind of like she's got both of them on the hook right now, and I'm not interested in seeing that. Like, just let Holden go because we know what's going to happen at the end of the day. She's going to go back to Kyle because Kyle is the main um, the main guy on this show. Just release Holden and let him move on somewhere else instead of all this back and forth between her and Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what she's doing? She's doing the exact same thing did to Thomas. She's doing it with both of the guys. They're
Mm-hmm.
both boosting her ego. Holden is getting all of the benefits of her, but she's leaving like little trail mix for these men to pick up and eat whenever she decides she wants to give them some attention. But
Mm-hmm.
oh goodness.
Yeah.
But
All
this
right.
was definitely a C plus. Well, yeah, I think I would give it a grade like a C
For the
for the
week.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. All right. We got anything else before we move to bold? No? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all they gave us.
All right. Let's go to bold. A lot of more Luna and wedding stuff, and Taylor and Deacon and Sheila.
Ugh.
I know. I know.
I want to root for it. They already have like a certain fan base that are kind of
Who?
excited for. A lot of fans are excited for Taylor and Deacon.
Really?
A
Like
lot.
J Money?
Yeah, I wonder if he's part of that fan group. But there's quite a few of them that really excited about these two. I'm not.
I don't.
I
I
can't.
can't get with it. I'm sorry. What about you, Keish?
Just looking at it from a general lens, I do like her chemistry with Scott Kanan.
You mean
Kanan.
Sean
Oh, Sean
Kane?
Keenan.
Yes, I think they have. I think they have good chemistry. Um, I hate that it's being done this way to where now it looks like Taylor is gonna maybe ruin a marriage or something like that, or cheat with a married man. But at the same time, it's like people from that very first uh, counseling scene that she had with Deacon, people are already saying she's being unprofessional. Deacon's a married man, Taylor is dead wrong. So it's like if people already got those kind of um,
Comments.
criticisms of her,
Mm-hmm.
then heck, just let her do it at this point. But for me, I've always been a Taylor fan. Um, so I am for anything that has nothing to do with Ridge, where she is concerned, and I know that this show is not going to invest in a brand new male character for Taylor to have a love interest. So if it's got to be Deacon, I'm all for it because at this point, um, Sheila has gotten on my nerves for
Well, she
4 years
probably gonna
now.
get
So,
even more on your nerves, because I mean, if he start playing around with Taylor, Sheila about to become a whole problem.
oh no, and I can't wait because I've been tired of the Sally Homemaker
Oh my
BS with Sheila.
gosh. You don't like
It doesn't
soft life Sheila?
it doesn't work for her. I can't take her serious. Like you've been terrorizing and murdering people and attempting to murder people for literally 30 plus years. I never bought the soft life Sheila. Like
Well, can't they
maybe
can't a villain retire at some point?
it has to make sense, and they made it to where it made zero sense because they brought her back after she served the time that she served, and they had her commit 3 attempted murders. So it just makes it hard to. Had they not done that, then it would have been a little bit more easier to digest. But what was the point of having her go to that extreme, only to try to make her into this? Um, oh, I'm a good person now. I've changed. Blah blah blah. And from the beginning of this, she has always said Deacon is the only reason why she hasn't reverted to her dark side, which I've always thought was also a mistake because you're basically hanging her new found ways on the fact that she has a man that is in love with her. So what you're telling us is that once this relationship breaks up because she didn't invest in her own, self-care, mental health, or whatever you want to call it, then this is her excuse to just go back to the way that she was before because she's lost her husband, her husband broke up with her or whatever. If they really wanted to redeem that character, they should have actually shown us that she was getting the work done on herself and not hanging it on a man loving her. So that always bothered me about that character.
I just thought they moved her out the way because they moved Luna into past the baton.
And they doing too much for her too.
Yeah.
Like again, they had this girl murder two completely innocent men, and they still haven't put her on the path of redemption. She's still, in her little villain arc or whatever. They're not even, they haven't even begun to try to redeem that character.
Oh no,
But
no.
but why have her go to this extreme of murdering two innocent men? And it wasn't even in a situation where she was desperate or it was accidental or she didn't mean to do it. She literally premeditated two murders, premeditated an attempted murder and a kidnapping, raped a man, sorry. Um, did another kidnapping, shot two more people. Like, come on now. it's it's classic Bold where they just go way too far to the extreme of trying to make somebody an antagonist or a villain, and then they want to try to, in 6 months or a year or whatever, try to bring them back to redeem them. And it's like, this is why their villains suck now.
And I'm wondering, they probably didn't think, I don't know, I'm just speculating. They probably didn't think
Mm-hmm.
that the Luna character would go that far, last that long. But because Lisa Yamada is such a great actress, they like, we got to figure out something to do with her. And she played crazy really well. So, I
Yeah, but
mean,
they could have had her do something that was less detrimental to her character.
well,
Like,
they
what
screwed
was
up
the
the
reason
they screwed
to,
up the entire
with,
year, Keish.
mm-hmm.
The
Because
writing was
even with
all
the,
over the place.
I agree. And so even with the two unalives that she did, you already knew at that point that she was great at being a villain and great at, playing crazy. So why then 6 months later would you have her do what she did to Will?
Oh, that's a good question because everybody had a
You know what I
problem with
mean?
that. Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah. So it was like, are they planning on taking her character out permanently?
I
Is
don't.
that why they have her doing all this stuff? Because after Bill pardoned her, that was their chance to try to turn her around. But she hasn't, not one time has this character given any type of indication that she was ready to change.
Mm-hmm. I just think it's bad writing. They don't know how to write for somebody like this. I mean, she was the only one out of that entire show that got an Emmy this year or a nomination. Well, Christian got one in that same category,
Yeah.
but Bo did horrible in 2024. And
Yep.
I mean, and the
And
reason
it's
that
what they deserve.
exactly, and the reason that she got the Emmy wasn't even at the villain level. She got that Emmy because of her Emmy reel about her crying to her mother about finding out who her father was. The
Yeah.
Emmy that she got wasn't even for her being a villain yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. They just, I mean, heck, they used to, look how they used to write for Bill. Bill and Quinn are two good examples of um, antagonists that we found ways to root for here and there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they, for whatever reason, just lately, the last handful of years, I don't know. I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
agree with Keish that a villain should stay a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I, as I didn't mind Shikon, I didn't mind that couple, but shows need a villain. She was the main villain, and yes, I feel like in a way she did pass the baton to Luna, and I feel like in the process they're refurbishing all of Sheila's old storylines with Luna, because everything that we see Luna do, we've seen Sheila do. That's why I don't feel like the character is going to go away. I feel like, if anything, she's going to get out of jail one way or another. But the thing that they keep driving home is like, oh, she'll never be a part of the Spencer clan. She'll never be able to have a relationship with Will. This show does some of the most, well, soaps in general do like the twisted, unlikely thing to do shock value. So I would say probably by next year we'll see her with Will. We'll see her part of the Spencer family. But if they're gonna make her a villain, I would say just keep her that way. Same with Sheila. And I feel like we're about to get that when she finds out that Deacon is starting to develop feelings for Taylor. And this is not what I wanted for Taylor. I actually wanted her to have some peace. Like, she shouldn't have to be dealing with Sheila in the process.
Right.
This is the main reason why I don't want her with Deacon.
That goes back. She always is in a situation where another woman is involved. This man is still legally married to this woman. And then on the flip side, you know, Ridge's feelings pretty much was still locked in with Brooke. So it's like, at what point are you going to find somebody who's not still entangled in a relationship or got their mind on somebody else? And that's what they should have did. They should have brought Jack back. Well, then, no, maybe not. I mean, because that's Lee's ex. But I don't know. Somebody.
Yeah, but they won't do that for that character. They barely give Taylor a story as it is. And look how long it took, for instance, Jackie to get a new love interest for Steffi, and she's well liked behind the scenes by the producers. Rebecca is new. They have a history of giving Taylor the worst storylines, so I never expect them to cast a new man, a brand new shiny man for Taylor that doesn't have history with anybody on this show. It's always gonna be somebody else's ex.
Yeah, I just think she's taking on. It's one thing to deal with Brooke, okay, fine, and now you're gonna take on Sheila. That woman tried to kill you before, and now you're gonna. And Deacon is stupid. I mean, are you really knowing who your wife is currently is? This is what you want to do? Yeah, not smart.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't wait to see how all of it plays out.
The other thing is, Keish, and I don't know if you might have heard us say this in conversation, is the fact of, if in fact this did transpire. So a lot of the, you know, Soapies was saying about how she'll be connected as Hope's stepmother. So Steffi and Thomas would be losing her mothers to Hope's mom, to Hope's in that situation. What do you think about that? Did I say that right, Bree? You remember we was talking about that?
Losing her
to Hope? There was like some concern that this would actually create like another rift between Steffi and Hope, because Steffi's probably not going to want her mom with Deacon's track record. I'll say that.
So really, you guys are just saying because it's Deacon, not necessarily because he's Hope's father, but just Deacon in general.
Well, they were saying it about being with Hope involved as well. It's so many connections. I mean, you got Sheila is an issue. Ridge is definitely going to have a problem. He hasn't been married to Brooke a week or two, maybe 3, and he's already worried about what Taylor's doing. It's like, dude.
Ridge?
Yeah, Ridge.
I dare him say. I know that he said earlier this week something about
That was
he's
into was that
concerned
to?
about her or
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was in today's
um
episode, Bria, yesterday when he kept
That was
going.
yesterday.
That was yesterday, and you know, Steffi was like, "She all right? Worry about what you got going on. You. This is what you
right.
chose."
She is none of your concern. You've broken
Yep.
her heart many a times. You have no room to say anything about who she decides to date.
And you know, with it being Deacon, it's gonna be a problem.
Yep.
I know.
And that's what I don't want for Taylor. But once Brooke gets wind of that, she's definitely going to force the issue. Because even she had told Steffi, like, well, maybe she'll find some love in her life. Maybe she might find a new man. And Steffi's like, look, I bet you would want that, wouldn't you, Brooke?
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah.
I think honestly, I think Brooke and Hope would be excited about it because both of them want him away from Sheila.
That's true. I mean, that's the. I guess they would pick Taylor over Sheila any day, huh?
Yeah, Brooke
Yeah.
is just gonna be happy that she's got somebody that's not rich. But I think Hope, at the end of the day, she'll like that it's Taylor, because I mean, she's always respected Taylor, um, but she more than anything just doesn't want her father with Sheila anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I
But
think,
yeah, I pretty much just come to terms with the fact that Taylor will never have a new man on this show. It's gonna be somebody's ex. So I'm just gonna do with that what I will and just root for her for the best.
Go ahead, Bree.
I had read something that was kind of funny to me. They were saying online, like, why couldn't Taylor and Carter have been a couple? And like, he's not attached to Brooke, no drama. She would definitely feel differently in comparison to other men that she's been with. Um, I think they were trying to just list off other guys outside of Deacon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I, but like much to the point online, they were saying that Steffi's going to have an issue with yet another Sheila and Luna connection, because Sheila is not going to stop to try to save her marriage. She's going to be more relentless about it, and it's going to put Taylor in danger.
Yep.
So I think that Steffi's going to relay that to her mom and say, like, hey, don't get yourself involved with this. But I don't think Hope and Brooke will ever have those optics. They're just out for just like, hey, we can get Sheila out of our lives. It's not going to be that simple.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So,
Yep.
and it shows how much they would really care about Taylor.
Yep.
So,
All right, we got this whole thing with the kiddos, with Electra and Will and Remy and Deke, and I mean, it blew up in his face. Like Luna, as delusional as she is about her own situation, she was definitely clear about what they would think of Remy, and in this case, she was right.
Mm-hmm.
there's a
Yeah,
lot of conversations about that.
I thought it it was goofy on his part to just pop up there with no warning, heads up, nothing. Um, with Deep beforehand, he knew the reaction that he was going to get. I just thought it was a poor decision for him to just all of that to just be dropped in Deke's lap like that. He owed him a conversation first, knowing that he was going to Forrester.
Mm-hmm.
I actually agree with that part.
Yep, I
I
agree with
do.
that too. Yeah, I mean, for him to think that, oh, everything will be fine, everything is calmed down. You created deep fake um, pictures. I'll just say it like that, of Electra and circulated them. You think that they
Mm-hmm.
were just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, it's all over. You in a whole new relationship. We gonna move on." No, that ain't how that work.
Right.
Did you guys see a picture circulating with it was Remy and Electra and Michael and Cricket, and it said that anything is possible. And I think they're trying to allude to Michael did a lot of egregious things when it came to Christine, and now he's officiating the wedding. So they said that I guess by comparison, more she may end up forgiving him for what happened, and they can have their friendship. Doesn't mean he's entitled to it, but
Right.
Yeah.
it's not far fetched on a soap, given the history on other shows and things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to me, like what Remy did is like that's that middle level. It was terrible, but it wasn't like what Luna did.
Mm-hmm.
So to
Right.
me, like he did the kind of stuff that I feel like they should have had Luna doing, to where it wasn't like just god awful. Remy can easily be redeemed and come back from this one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little more like that's easy to digest. And
Yeah.
he's clearly he's remorseful about it. Like I believe Remy when he says that he's sorry. The way they tied it to him, it kind of bothers me that they tied his sexuality to why he committed that crime.
Mm-hmm.
I, I wish that they had, separated that. But at least they gave some type of, um,
Remorse.
I don't know, they gave some type of background to why he did it. And he, like, we can see that he's genuinely remorseful for what he did. Um, and I can see like Remy being redeemed in the next, couple months, few months or whatever. It's hard for me to see that for Luna because of the the extreme of
Mm-hmm.
crimes that she's done and how many she's done, and that we see that she is very unremorseful and still plotting. And so I like the way that his story is being written.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
good point. Because like even in Friday's episode, Luna was like, I should be in cute dresses. I should be in here. I should be like, showing my belly off and having cupcakes or something. She said, you haven't learned anything at all.
Exactly. And I love that they had her cellmate point out the fact that you were pardoned for double homicide or murder or whatever the term is. You were pardoned for that. And you got out and you threw it all away and went right back to basically being a psycho. I love that they had the cellmate say that to her. And it still is like it one in one ear, not the other.
Yeah. She's daydreaming about Will in a red dress and just, I'm like, you learned nothing. And this is why I hope that Remy gets some form of redemption, because he's at least making the effort, even at the 11th hour, to apologize for his actions. I think when he went back into the office, Deke had suggested, like, hey, you need to really go to therapy. And he was like, yeah, I agree. So he's doing the things that Luna should have also have done.
Right.
She definitely, you unalive two people, you should definitely be in therapy to some degree or something. But I don't know, anything is possible. So when I saw that picture of Remy and Electra and Michael and Christine, and they drew that comparison, I was like, yeah, if Michael can be forgiven, Remy could more than likely be forgiven too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. What do y'all think about the Will and Electra and Luna storyline? I, what was that?
I think she was snoring.
uh, I don't care. I I I don't know. And let me be very clear. We're not trashing the actors whatsoever. It's just it's one note. And it seems like Electra's personality is Will. Like in the very beginning, it was her losing her V card to Will. Now that she lost it, now it's the stuff that's happening with Luna. She wants to save her love and blah 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 blah. I'm like, you have nothing else going on. It was to the point where this was also part of Ivy's storyline.
Are
Anything that
you
was going on
saying,
with Electra.
Brie? Are you saying that she has the character has no substance?
No, I'm sorry.
It's kind of the same thing that they did with Luna when they first brought her on. Her whole personality was RJ.
Yep.
Until they changed her into the little cycle that she is. All she talked about was RJ this, RJ that, to the point that even that whole situation with Zende was about RJ. That's all she cared about, is what RJ thought. It wasn't. They didn't even. The way they wrote that was clearly just a story for RJ. And they're kind of doing a little bit of the same with Electra. And I don't understand why they can't seem to write a female character. Steffi is the last female character that they've written that had layers.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I feel like they tried to do that a little bit with Hope when she cheated on Liam. But with Electra, and the actress is great. Love the actors, even Crew Merrill, like everyone is doing a great job with the scripts that they were given. However, when it comes to the characters, for like a good month and a half, this girl was talking about losing her V card to where it was part of Ivy's storyline.
Yep.
And we could have seen
weird.
Yeah. And like we could have seen scenes with Ivy trying to reconnect with Liam, but we got like 2 scenes where she wanted to profess her love that she wants to be back with Liam, even though she was in LA. He was single as a Pringle for a long while. She was there for a little over a year. But the stuff that happened with the deep fakes, they wrapped her in, and then she disappeared, and then she came back, and it's all about Electra's V card. So it's been one note for the both of them.
It's like the obsession with writing female characters as virgins it's frustrating. Like there's no reason to make her a virgin. Just bring her on the show.
Well, they did
make her a normal.
Beyond the
I won't say
too.
normal. Weird.
Yeah,
but
with
it's like
Kat
why
and
can't...
Samantha.
But it's like, why couldn't Electra have just been, a early 20-something girl? They could have given her some type of edge. She didn't have to be some little straight-laced Hope 3.0 type of character. I don't know. That is all about the guy that she's dating. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, not saying that they had to make her like Steffi, but they could have given her some type of, messy in some kind of way without, making her.
I know what you're talking about. Like Summer, when when she was played by Hunter King, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We have no character like that on Bold. We haven't had a character like that on Bold since
Steffi.
I guess since Steffi or Sally Spectre.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she was also good at that. Even Caroline.
to have
Caroline was
that.
messy at one point too, and it's like I don't know why they have stopped writing the young characters like that now.
I feel like when they do this type of writing, when it's one note, I feel like they're still trying to figure out what to do with this character.
Which one?
Electra?
Electra?
Like Electra, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like they're still trying to figure out what to do with her, because as of right now, like, the secret's out, Luna's pregnant, Will is the father. Now what?
Right.
All we get are scenes is like, oh my, I can't believe that Will's having a baby with Luna. Like, this is not his fault, but this is still a part of our situation. I don't want to lose him. It's the same scene, even today's episode.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? We saw little glimpses of Electra not necessarily being like a pushover. When she got in Luna's face, when she slapped Luna a few times, or punched her once. So it's like she's not a little punk, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So why not expand on that and give her more edge?
And they have an opportunity, because what they said that they grew up like outside of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could write a twist, like, because I think Remy said, like, you left because of the deep fakes. They could write it and say, like, oh, that's not the only reason why you left.
Right.
Like, she could have had
a secret
like an
past
affair
or
with
something.
Exactly. They gave her another reason to leave LA. Writer, since you're listening. But yeah, that's all that we're saying. It's just much to what Keish was saying. They were doing the same thing with Luna, where she was talking about losing her V card, and she finally loses her V card. Then they switched it to, like, where is my daddy?
Mm-hmm.
And this is was led her to going to jail now. So at least they gave her some edge, some spice, some
They gave her a little too
something.
much though.
Yeah, I
A
just
little
think
too much.
I just think they really botched this whole thing up with Luna moving forward from that point. I mean, she went through Bill being the father, Tom being the father. Now Finn is the father, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm gone. I don't want to be a part of it." And it's just been an ongoing uh, line of just nonsensical chaos. Which now the girl done raped this boy, and then she's in jail pregnant. I don't know what they're doing over there.
She'll be full term by February.
Exactly.
I still can't get over the stuff that you had looked up, T, about the paternity thing. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I still couldn't, like, that was a real test.
Mm-hmm.
That you can find out who the
7
father is
weeks.
after 7 weeks.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. All right, and then the other thing that we had.
I will say though. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Say what you want.
I was just going to give Crew Morrow his props because his performance today was really good. I thought.
Yes, it was.
You definitely
for
can
sure.
see his daddy in him. His acting, some of the mannerisms is just like what Josh Morrow does over on The Young and the Restless.
He probably watched his dad and has picked up all the mannerisms. Josh probably coached him and everything. They are like, he is baby Josh Morrow, like the voice, like we were saying earlier, he could have played Christian. They could have aged up Christian. He could have played
right. That's what I honestly think they should have probably put. I don't know what the contract rules are, but why not put Crew over there on The Young and the Restless?
Yeah, but I mean,
they didn't want to work together.
Yeah. Plus, I also just realized that Christian is actually Adam's son. Nick just adopted him.
Right.
We forget. Because these kids are so invisible, like until they come up on screen. That's why we're seeing Elizabeth with all this camera time
That's what
now.
I was. That's a
Mm-hmm.
great lead in, Bree, because we have Invisibeth, who is not so invisible, trying to ban people from weddings, being the efficient and all types of stuff.
She's picking out the cakes, the wedding dresses, the decor. She this is her wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so she just took over where Douglas and Kelly had left. She's like, look, I'm not invisible anymore. The spotlight is on me. And I love her little sass. It's so cute. But yeah, she's definitely not invisible anymore.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about this whole wedding thing? They just got a divorce 2 years ago, only to get back married again this year.
Well, that's the typical
Yep.
soap thing to do, ain't it?
I wonder how long
Look
it's
how
gonna
many times
take.
Brooke and Ridge did it.
I wonder how long it's gonna take Ted and Nicole to get back.
Oh, that's going to take a couple of years. They're going to put them with other people, and it's going to be a minute. Eventually, they'll put Ted with Leslie, and then they'll circle right back to Nicole. So I feel like we probably got a couple more years before that ever
Do
happens.
you think they're gonna put Danny and Bill back?
Absolutely. Sooner rather than later, actually.
Mm, okay, we'll talk about that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like everyone is excited. Because I think we talked about this in the group chat. Everyone is excited about this wedding except for Hope. And the reason I say that was because of Thursday's episode.
Okay.
Like, well, actually, more than that. Like a few episodes even before that, where she keeps saying that, she's putting her family back together. This will make Beth happy. And then when Steffi is trying to congratulate her, she had all smiles when it came to hope for the future. And when she talked about the wedding, she's just smirking like, mm-hmm. Like, there's no romance, no excitement, no anything about being with Liam. It just seems like she's solely doing this to make Beth happy and just to put the family back together because it seems like the right thing to do.
What you think, Keish?
I think if that's what was going on with Hope, that we would know, because the show is never subtle. And I think that they would be clear about that from Hope's POV, if she was only doing it because of Beth and she really didn't want to be with Liam. I think that this is reuniting. I think Hope wants to get back with him. And I don't know. I didn't. To me, I didn't read anything from Hope that seemed like she wasn't really into it.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on anything either, Bree. Maybe you saw something. I don't know.
Because at first I thought it was me, and then when Jay Money said he saw the same thing,
Oh, okay.
and I wanted
That's because
to.
Jay Money don't want them together, so of course.
I wanted to also kind of see people's perspective after that episode, and there was a lot of people who saw the same thing I did, and I'll share those screenshots with you from Reddit. It's something about her like having this little hesitation look. Like, I'll go back and watch the episode again, but she didn't look like a bride to be. And I understand it's not gonna be her first rodeo, but you had the love of your life back. You putting your family back together. This is the man that you've been chasing after for years, and you're the least bit excited about it. And I don't know how the soapies feel in there, but like that's just like what I was able to see. Like, it didn't seem like, because this girl used to be like full on planning any and every single aspect of her wedding. Every other word was her wedding and being married to Liam. Now it's just like, which if it's like, then just go to the courthouse.
Well, looking at the consensus in the chat, everybody is bored with those two. Like you got Lope is bland. The audience ain't excited either. Nicole said nope. CJS said Hope doesn't want Liam. He's boring. That's why she wants Thomas. The writers dropped the
Exactly.
ball and don't know how to change Hope's storyline. Hope has changed. She hates Steffi and Bridge. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't.
I don't know. I think the Thomas ship has sailed with them. I mean, and had this girl saying dialogue that it was a mistake.
Yeah.
My hope though is that whenever they decide to bring Thomas back full time, which doesn't seem like it's going to be anytime soon, um, that they finally move that character away from being the angst for Lope, because that's literally all Thomas has been since Hope and Liam have been together, is angst for Lope. And for 4 or 5 years straight with Matt Atkinson's Thomas, that was his role, was to be that third person who kept getting rejected by Hope year after year, until the one year that they finally let them go through with it, and then to just have him reject her, or have her reject him again with the marriage proposal, and that's how they end up breaking up. At this point, just let Thomas move on. And it bothers me that they brought him back and they told us that him and Paris broke up, and then they sent him, back to Paris, basically with no relationship. And it's like, they can't even let this man be happy off screen.
It's but it
They
seems
can't
like
even
it's
let
a
him be happy off screen. Like,
it,
I have never seen a show
yeah, it
just
seems like a
completely.
situation like that but with him and Taylor. Steffi is gonna do
Yeah.
Steffi, but him and Taylor, they always get the short end of it all.
Yes. They will not allow those two to be happy. Not even off screen, they can't be happy. You brought him back, broke up his engagement, and now you got Hope engaged again, putting her little family back together, and Thomas couldn't even have an off-screen happy ending. Like, that annoys me. So they better not bring that character back to do a rehash of what happened when he came back in 2019.
Let
I don't
me
want to see
ask
it.
y'all a question. Do y'all want to see Katie and Bill back together?
I don't really care either way. I don't see why
Me
they're not
either.
back together.
Me either. Like the way that she talks, she's talking about the Spencer family. So I guess she just implanted herself in there.
I will
Um,
say one change that they, as much as Will is over at Forrester, I honestly think that Will and Liam should be at Spencer.
I agree.
yeah.
That little meeting they had last week where Bill was sitting behind his desk and you had Katie standing off to the side and you had Will saying, "Hey, congratulations on closing that deal." And that's where Will's need to be. He don't need to be at Forrester.
Yeah, because it's
I
like,
agree.
what can you congratulate Will for? Like, oh, congratulations for sorting those panties over there or something.
What is his
Congratulations.
job even? Like, what does he do? Is
He's
he,
a paper
is
pusher. That's all. He got promoted to second level paper pusher.
He's a super intern.
Right there, you go.
but doing what though? Like, is he going into the PR realm like his mom?
They
Is he in
really didn't
marketing?
say.
Is
They
he
just gave
in
him a
HR? Like,
yeah. They just gave him a promotion, but didn't say what he was promoted to.
yeah,
That's why I said he's a super intern. He's still getting coffee. He's still getting these. I'm like, it's more the same. You could have been over to your dad. You probably would have had an office in the C-suite.
exactly.
See deals closed,
Bree,
and
he could have
you know,
easily became a junior executive over there. He was doing an internship. Why would you internship at a fashion house that yeah, your
And you
mom
ain't.
worked there, but you could have internship at your dad's company
Yeah, and he's not.
yeah,
It would be one thing if he was a designer, but Will isn't even a designer. He's just doing typical
stuff.
business management type
Right,
stuff. Yeah, he's just doing
exactly.
stuff. Like, it would. I don't know. I don't know why they put him at Forrester instead of Spencer. Spencer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
these are funny
you know,
comments.
the thing is, I don't think Bill was getting as much airtime at the time when Crew came on, but now that he is, put him over there and work with his dad. Liam is
Yeah, I
back
hope
in
they
the
change it.
office. Put Will back over there. If you're gonna put Katie back with Bill, I think she should work at Spencer too.
I agree.
Yeah,
They got the whole dang on canvas other than Bill and Deacon working at Forrester.
Right. Cause I mean,
If
it
you're not
seems
a
like
doctor, you working at Forrester.
every time somebody come to town, they got to go over there. Electra went over there. You got Deke trying to be over there. You had Luna when she first came on the scene. She wanted to be over there. I'm like, why is that the first stop for everybody?
Electra is the only one that makes sense.
Right, that does make
Everybody else,
sense, but
yeah, everybody else is just, yeah,
there's no reason that your father is the billionaire Bill Spencer and you go work at Forrester. That's almost like
right,
when Kyle was working for Victor.
yeah.
yeah. That's a perfect example right there, actually. um,
All right. Do we have anything
y'all are.
else on this one?
I just want to point out a couple of comments because
Mm-hmm.
they were just funny to me. Electro Soul Girl said that back to those boring bedroom
Oh
fantasy about
Lord.
Thomas and Carter. Look, I thought the same thing too, and I'm like, maybe that's why she's so sad. She has to go back to boring P. I'm like, oh, but you chose that way.
Girl, did you see
And
Daphne spraying Electra on the way out?
She did what?
Daphne
she,
sprayed Electra with some fragrance on the way out because she was going to
Oh
see
yeah,
Will.
she,
yes.
Daphne
Her,
does
her
this with.
perfume.
You're right. She does this with everybody. She just happens to just pull it out, and I'm like, "Are you telling people they're funky? Like this? I don't understand." She's going around saying like, "Oh, I have a perfect scent for you." It's like she smells like the body chemistry and is provided like an odor reducer or something for her. But that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was like,
Uh,
why are you spraying that girl? For what? What's that supposed to seduce him
mhm.
or something?
She did the same thing with Brooke too. Like, oh, I have a perfect scent for you. And I'm like, it's the same way. Like when people want to pass out gum, it's like, what are you saying?
Oh man,
But
that is
it came out of
hilarious. Uh, okay. Let's go ahead and move over to our last one, Beyond the Gates. It's, of course, we got some moving parts on this one. Um, oof. Well, let's see.
oh, we
Bill
should,
got
we
poisoned.
should, yeah,
Bill got poisoned. Kat is mad that Eva called Ted dad. Ashley is mad that she got to realize her true feelings because she been lying to herself, and Derek been lying about his legs. Randy was lying about sleeping with his cousin, and then Samantha is mad because
yeah,
she got caught, and now she wants to run away from home.
Mm.
yeah. There's a lot of moving storylines. My goodness, that's the great part about Beyond the Gates. We have a lot to discuss. Can we get the one at the top left out the way? Because one I
Oh
just don't
yeah,
care
that. What
for.
did y'all think about that moment between? That was that early in the week. I think that was Monday or Tuesday. That scene between Leslie and Eva about the struggles that they had to go through as they were, you know, she was a kid and her mom trying to get through everything.
I didn't care.
You would think it would make them more
Wait a
humble
minute.
as a
Did
person.
you hear how Keith just said that? Just all
Yeah.
dry. I didn't care.
I mean, we didn't watch this woman for 8 months now harass people.
Yep.
relentlessly and not be remorseful about it and still doing it. Like Nicole and Ted are divorced now, and she's still popping up at Nicole's house antagonizing her. So I'm sorry. They can have as many heartfelt emotional scenes with Eva and Leslie as they want to. I'm still not going to feel anything for those characters. No sympathy. Not going to empathize with them. Like I feel zero when they. And this is like I feel like the maybe third or fourth scene like this with Leslie anyway, in like the last couple months. And it's like you guys can have her do this every day, and I'm still not gonna like this character. She still is going to annoy me to no end because she has learned nothing from everything that she's done, and she is justifying it as a matter of fact. So those little heartfelt moments that they try to do with her and Eva, or when she's talking to Peaches, crying about what they've been through in the past, I don't care.
I
I do
think
not
I
care.
dislike Ashley more. I can't. I am just not a fan of that character.
I have I have different feelings when it came to Ashley. But, but with this Leslie thing, I think that same episode, if I'm not mistaken, she said that she was being bullied by the people at Fairmont Crest. No, ma'am, you literally bought a house directly from the Duprees, and Duprees have done nothing to you. It was just the day before you were in a Halloween costume, popping up at Nicole's house for absolutely no reason. Like, you've learned nothing for these experiences that you're showcasing and saying that you deserve the world, and I forgive you, I forgive that, blah 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 blah. Well, you know whatever. She's
Yeah.
learned nothing for me to feel sorry for her.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I think what I'm wondering if the writers are just trying to balance out the character. They trying to give a backstory because she came in like y'all, like Keith said, for the last nine. What was that? February. So yeah, six. Was it 9 months? No. Yes, 9 months being a person who was sneaky and conniving. She was an antagonist. So
Mm-hmm.
now they want to give some more additional substance to it by saying, "Oh, I came up and mom, I remember who you were before all of this. You wasn't that type of person and all this other kind of stuff, and that's the part that I want to know." And this whole story of her, and then she started talking about how Ted even remembered that Leslie over this Leslie, so or Dana or whoever her name was. I mean, I see what they're trying to do. Because I try to look at the backstory and say, hey, okay, what direction are they trying to go in with this? Because it's just random. She's been an antagonist for the last almost most of the time that the show started. And now they're trying to give an additional backstory to kind of, I guess, give some type of justification of her or something. She definitely hasn't been bullied because before Nicole knew who she was, Nicole was counseling her not to jump off the roof.
Exactly.
She had
Exactly.
a Mary J. Blige wig for every time she wanted to pop up on Ted and Nicole and the kids and everything. I'm like, you had, so she has this background, okay, but still, even present day, she's learned nothing.
Yeah, I mean, she
So,
Yeah.
tried to kill Laura
Yep.
exactly,
Twice.
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 twice. Yep.
And if she
And
felt
oh,
bad, yeah, I was going to say, if she felt bad, wouldn't she want to take responsibility for her crimes?
but she don't feel bad about nothing.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. So I'm like, I don't feel bad for those tears. You
Mm-mm.
keep
Yeah.
that between you and your daughter. That's fine.
And it's and the people that she's targeting, like you guys are saying, she's targeting people who didn't do anything to her.
Yep.
Exactly. But she's
So
bullied,
even
though.
yeah, so even when they try to give like the backstory to, what her and Eva had been through, none of that explains why you're constantly harassing Nicole, who didn't even know you existed.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if
Like
and
it
if
doesn't.
mm-hmm.
Uh, No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
I was just gonna keep reiterating that it like nothing that they tell us in that backstory will justify the continued harassment that she's given Nicole.
Right.
It won't explain
Yes.
it,
That's what Electro
and
Soul
still doing.
Girl is saying too, Keish, is that it's too late to try to humanize her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Like Nicole is divorced. She didn't left the marriage. She didn't try to leave the drama. You still showing up to her doorstep. Like if you want Ted, Ted is a free man. Why do you have to keep looping Nicole in and her mother and her kids?
Yep.
And then say you're being bullied at the same time. That was absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
Oh
she's
well.
trying to
I
inflict
will.
pain. Because I mean, if she was the side, which she was the side chick, she was the one that was in her head hurt that this man has to go back home to his wife, right? So now
Mm-hmm.
I think she's trying to inflict that same pain that she had at the same time. I don't know. I
I
Because why
would
else antagonize and be a sore thumb for Nicole, even at this point?
exactly, and that's the frustrating thing is what they should have had her do was come to town and target Bill and Ted, because those were the two people that she felt wronged her, because she said Bill threatened her and Ted broke her heart.
Mm-hmm.
So had her focus been on antagonizing the two of them, different story. But she's literally like, even before the secret came out, it was all about Nicole
Mm-hmm.
antagonizing a woman who did nothing to you, and still antagonizing her post divorce. So that's why I don't know. That's why I will never, no matter what they do, I have nothing for Leslie, because her goal is to just be a troll at this point.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. A troll, most definitely. All right,
And
moving
they're
on.
getting, and that's
Mm-hmm.
in my, and I think a lot of people are frustrated with the character because she's been rewarded in every way, with the
Yeah.
exception of her and Ted aren't together, but she she still had that one night stand with him, so she got that. She got she got the divorce that she wanted when she came to town. Eva has her father in her life. She got that money dropped in her lap. She's been able to move in across the street from the Duprees like she wanted to. Like, it's just been one reward after the other,
Mm-hmm.
and no punishment, no repercussions for anything that she's done.
Nope. So, and then them using this as a way to humanize the character. It's like, yeah, okay, but it's too much damage has been done
Yep.
at this point. All right,
And
go ahead, girl.
sorry. So I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, and there's some people that will say, "Oh, you guys don't like drama," but it's like it would have been. They could have still written Leslie coming to town to drop that bomb, um, and still created some drama without her being just an absolute ridiculous, delusional troll of a character that she is.
Mm-hmm.
There still could have been drama created there. It didn't have to be like this, and it didn't have to be one where Leslie got everything that she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm
Yep.
done ranting.
All right. What y'all think about the conversation between Bill and Danny?
uh yeah, they're definitely gonna get back together very soon. I feel like we're seeing more growth with Bill
Mm-hmm.
than we with Leslie. I feel like with Bill, we'll see that dynamic between him and Danny, and what made them so great. Their chemistry is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he felt like really genuinely touched by like, oh wow, you guys still want me to be a part of these things. Like he wants to still be a part of the Dupree family.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why he'll take on like all these like tasks that they ask him to, and that's why that whenever they need something, they know they can always call him, rely on him, even though they talk down to him. So like he still wants to be a part of that. I think he's kind of regretting somewhere in the back of his mind of not being with Danny, but he's just moving forward with the decision that he's made with Haley. But I still think he's misses his wife, his original
His,
one.
yeah, his ex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but in the meantime, his current wife is trying to poison him.
This was the best part of Haley's character.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I actually like her now.
see, this is a villain.
Well, did y'all
This is
see the
how a
promo
villain.
for next week where she's going to be trying to go after Isaiah?
Mm-hmm.
She better not.
Oh,
No.
I'm here for it.
Look, I don't touch my Isaiah. No. Look, like, Keish, I know you haven't seen Sisters, but there was a couple of scenes where he was handling Pam. Remember that, T?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. You talking about, was that behind the building?
Oh.
No, I think that was at
Or
the
in,
beauty
in
shop.
Karen's office?
Yep. And when he was handling things, yeah. So yeah, Haley doesn't deserve any of that, but it's messy and it makes her character interesting. But
Mm-hmm.
I love this twist and this turn in this character. Like this, like everything that we have thought of, and it is also proves Danny was right. But like to see it in action, she's deliberately poisoning this man for the past 2 weeks now. I'm like, okay, girl, I I'm with this. This is a villain. Nice. So it's not just Leslie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they bringing her to her. Okay, it's kind of like what y'all was saying about Electra being tied into Will, right? Well, it's the same
Yeah.
thing
Mm-hmm.
with Haley. She was tied into this situation where Bill was stepping out on the wife, broke up, divorced the wife, got with the younger woman, and then she's playing up, trying to get the money and prestige and everything. When now she has a separate storyline where she is the opposite. So it's kind
Yep.
of pulling her away from Bill per se,
Yeah.
and now
It's made her
connecting her to
character much more
Randy
interesting.
because now Randy has a connection with them two being cousins.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's fresh. I was hoping that Caroline would have caught Haley by now, but I
Mm-hmm.
guess I don't know how long that poison is supposed to be working in this man's system. I'm wondering if towards the end of November sweeps he might fall out and pass out or something, but I'm here for all of this.
I'm wondering if she
Mm-hmm.
gonna end up getting caught since this is a slow drip. Maybe somebody gonna see her at some point slipping something into his tea. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
Bill should be getting suspicious because it's like, why you keep giving me the same tea? I'm not even a tea drinker. I mean, if somebody,
He
let's just
did.
like me, I don't drink, just say, I'll pick some. I don't drink Mountain Dew. I don't do caffeine. If somebody is persistent on giving me Mountain Dew, I'm about to give you the side eye. Like, why you keep giving me this? I don't, you know what I mean? Not just to say, oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it'll help you. It'll give you energy. No, I don't like Mountain Dew. He's not a tea drinker, but obviously well, you need it for your health. And dude is like, why is this tea again? Why you keep giving me this? Well,
Mm-hmm.
you keep drinking it.
Right.
And you would have thought that maybe, especially since it's odorless and colorless, she would have, and she's trying to get the job done. You can't mix it in like coffee. Well, she did use coffee, but like water or make him some soup. She keeps force feeding him something to drink, and that's going to be a red flag to him. Well, no,
Yeah, he's
he's
so lost in the sauce. I honestly think somebody's gonna catch
yeah.
this girl. She's
And
doing that in the office. Who's to say somebody didn't look through that glass? Tomas, Caroline, maybe even Danny happened to slide up there, and you putting dropper drips in that man's drink. She gonna get caught. I believe, and I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it's another way that this is gonna come out, but I think she's gonna get caught.
And I'm like, people don't have cameras in their office. Like, you own a law firm. Anyone can come in and out of your office. And it took your wife next to nothing to pull up your life insurance policy on your computer. I'm like, I don't know.
Did you? Hey,
Not
I meant
Victor.
to
Oh,
ask
Lord.
y'all this in the.
Bill.
I meant to ask y'all this in the group chat. Did y'all hear Bill tell Haley that she ain't got nothing to worry about? She's set for life because he got a whole thing set up for her.
Yeah.
Mm.
For Danny.
Yeah.
He said that to
Uh,
Danny.
He said that to Haley. Cause Haley
Haley.
was,
Oh, okay.
yeah, because it was a question come up talking about what she asking for something. He was like, "Oh no, hey, she's set for life. I got her taken care of. I got this, that, and the third, and from the divorce." So, I'm thinking to myself like, "Girl, you thinking that you the wife and you might get all this stuff, but who's to say there's not a? He's an attorney. Who's to say there's not a clause?" Or something that his daughters get everything. Since she thinks that she gonna
Mm-hmm.
X this man out and she gonna walk away with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I tend, just because of the way that that Bill has talked about taking care of her and how much he loves her. I think that he definitely has her set up if something, if he does pass away. I don't
Mm,
think he will leave Haley hanging out to dry because he is like legit in love with her. As much as he, you know, probably, still has those feelings for Danny, he
mm-hmm.
still ain't left his wife for her. And he still
Mm-hmm.
defends his wife at every turn. So I definitely think that he has probably set her up to be taken care of,
Mm,
which is, to me, Haley is in a good position. So she she being greedy right now, trying to take him out just to gain whatever she can from his death. Like, this man is literally taking care of you. He doesn't want you to work. Gave you a black card. Like, you're set. You're literally set for life.
Like,
mm-hmm.
just be married. Like, you
Right.
But
like
that's
you're
the thing.
good.
Remember, she got an issue with being involved with a man. Period. She went through that
Yeah.
whole spiel about ain't no way I'm gonna be like these women here or his ex-wife where I do all this for this, that, and the third, and
I actually loved that she said what she said about Danny.
yeah. So she might be in a good position financially, but she don't want to be tied to him.
I feel like she could do, just considering what Bill is willing to give her. Like, girl, just put up with it for about a couple of years, and just store away whatever money you can get from him instead of doing what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And then
Haley
leave him.
need to go take several seats. That's what, because this is ain't her first rodeo. I wouldn't be a bit surprised some of these other
Yeah.
past people. I don't know if she unalived some of these other folks, but somebody need to come and chop her off at the knees. She can't continue to keep doing people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I don't think she has unalived anybody else because I think when she said it to Randy, like when she first said it, Randy was like, "Well, wait a minute, we don't do that."
Right.
It was like he was shocked.
Yeah, so
So I think this will be her first time doing it.
she's been siphoning money out of previous guys that she was run a lick, is what they would call it, I guess. She's been doing this for a while. At some
Mm-hmm.
point, this got to catch up with her. You can't continue to do bad to people and then not come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
I think it's gonna catch up to her through Joey because he owes Bill a favor since Bill
Mm.
kind of warned him about Doug.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to probably return the favor to Bill about this thing that's going on with Haley since he approached her, I think last week, and said, like, hey, I saw you on the video camera. And then you saw Randy trying to backtrack his lie to Joey. He's like, no, something don't smell right.
Right.
So it's going to catch up with the fact that they're, for one, meeting in public, which is so stupid.
It would be in her best interest, if anything, to meet him at his place. Why would you meet him at the casino? There are cameras everywhere, hidden ones.
Yeah, exactly. It's a casino.
And y'all meeting in Joey's main space. Who knows what microphones and cameras he got up in there? You see what they did to Doug's car?
Exactly. Exactly. And then she pops up over there again, even after the fact.
Right.
So he really got that face bugged now. So, and you're meeting over there again. I don't know. This is some missteps with these two, but
Yeah, they're gonna get caught up. She gonna get caught.
Exactly.
I got one question. I saw on soap social media that a lot of people was concerned about why Randy's go-to was sleeping with his cousin, and even she said that. Why did you use that out of anything?
Yeah, that was an odd
That was weird.
excuse.
Out of anything you could have pulled up, because like she said, you could have used the whole same thing that they have been saying all the time, that you helped me with the miscarriage. You went straight to saying that I've been sleeping on the side with her. That's your cousin.
Right.
I wouldn't
But they
expect a
can't.
cousin to go there.
Yeah, that was a bit much.
Been
But my
talking to
thing is with
Brad Bell
Haley.
or something?
I mean, she did come from there.
True. Very true. But like, I don't know how long she's supposed to be using this miscarriage storyline. If she's reverting back to that, that happened a couple months ago. So it would still look suspicious for you to show up at the casino to meet the man who helped you to the hospital for a miscarriage you had 2 months ago.
But you
So
know
they need to
what,
come up
Bree?
with a better excuse.
I honestly believe, like you said, Joey is going to be the one to blow up their spot.
Yeah.
Whether it's with this deal or he owe Bill one, or he got hidden mics up in there and listening to the whole conversation. And then that's when, like you say, he might be like, Bill, let me pull your coattail a little bit. This is what's going on.
Yeah. So they
Mm-hmm.
can constantly be indebted to each other.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just favor after favor. And I think he's going to help him out so that he can use Bill later down the line. Something's going to come out because they keep meeting over at Joey's territory. I'm like, even Vanessa has seen these two together.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't think this is going to last too much longer, but I like the messiness that is Haley.
Yeah, they definitely did that twist with her. So, we got to talk about Ashley and Derek, Naomi and Jacob. Naomi getting on my nerves, though.
I'm so sick of the disrespect. I am so sick of her snapping. I'm so sick of the fact that she's turning her husband into an enemy for absolutely no reason, as if he has no right to his feelings. She just expected everything to just snap back into place, and he just treat everything as normal. And I feel like he's trying to really follow her lead, but as soon as she hears something that she doesn't like, she wants to snap at him and be disrespectful towards him. And at this point, I get Jacob a side chick or something, because he shouldn't have to be putting up with this. This is unnecessary and unwarranted. She keeps saying that he's the one who's going to need the therapy. Nah, that might be you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a hypocrite because she knows Ashley has been harboring feelings for Andre, yet, and you kept that a secret. Yet, you
Exactly.
get mad at Jacob for not saying anything about Derek and the feelings in his legs. But you
And it's
know
not
Ashley
even
been,
like the man is walking.
that's the main
Yeah.
thing. He's getting his paralysis is going away. And y'all focused on that. That's because Ashley is in this for the wrong reasons. You don't care
Mm-hmm.
nothing about that man being able to, oh, I've been taking care of you and all this sort of kind of stuff. Yeah, you've been taking care of him, but yeah, the end result is to hope that this man can walk again. Now he's getting there, and you mad.
Because he
And
didn't say
What you say,
and
Keish?
mad because he wasn't completely, I guess, truthful about it. But it's not like the man is literally walking around. He's
Right,
still
he's
struggling. He
right.
can barely stand.
He still got a long road to go.
and the thing is, it wouldn't even change how she's feeling. She threw herself back into a relationship with Derek. I think it was also part of guilt, but also in reaction to um, Andre getting with Danny too.
That's exactly.
And my
Mm-hmm.
thing is, like, she proposed to Derek, and he was
Yep.
the one who was asking, like, "Are you sure?" And now she
Mm-hmm.
wants to play victim as if she's trapped in setting a date and doing this and doing that. You proposed to this man. So is he
Exactly.
not supposed to be looking forward to getting married to you? And my thing is, even if he were to be honest about having feeling in his legs, okay, that's one thing. He still needed help and assistance, because like Keisha said, he's not running a marathon. He's still going to need help
Help.
just
Mm-hmm.
in his daily life. So, and you agreed to that. That's
Mm-hmm.
something you said that you wanted to do, because you said you loved him.
And
But
he asked her. And he asked
yes,
her, are you not doing this just because I'm injured? Like, you're not doing this because you feel obligated. He gave her those outs, and she said no because she wanted to be with him.
Yep.
yeah. And then her crying out, like, "You really think so low of me that I would just be with you because of your injury?" Well,
And then what she do that same day?
Yep. Now,
exactly.
now before I ask this next question, I enjoyed that conversation between Danny and Andre when he broke down to talk about his past.
Oh yes, yeah.
She
That was
allowed a
Yes.
probably
safe
Sean Freeman's
space.
best performance.
Yes, she allowed a safe space for Andre to express himself. And I think that was the turning point, which is why when Ashley called him over there to say, hey, is it too late? He's like, no, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He said, "I think I'm in love with my wife. Or
Mm-hmm.
falling in love with my wife." That made me start to root for Danny and
Me
Andre.
too.
The smidgen, a smidgen, like I said, microscopically. But that scene that those two had, that really warmed my heart, because we get more depth with Andre. And see, this is the type of depth of a character I would love for, like, Electra on Bold and the Beautiful. There's different layers without this being like going to extremes. This was something that was sweet, that was heartfelt, and it also explains why he's been really resistant to love in relationships too, because he's so scared of losing it. That made perfect sense. I got that completely. This was a beautiful scene.
Yeah,
It
and
was.
she
I
handled
loved it.
that conversation so well. I mean,
Yeah.
even though to me the age difference between Bill and Haley and Andre and Danny is similar, their relationship has more foundation to it than, of course, now that we know Haley and Bill.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
And
And
when
the,
I was so happy. I mean, I ain't gonna say over the moon, but I was happy that Andre told Ashley, "Look, nope, nah. I think I'm falling in love with my wife. You late, too late. Sorry, gotta go."
yeah.
That face crack that she had.
Yep,
Like, okay, I understand. That's fine. Yeah, is exactly what you get.
that's what you get. Now I'm
And
not excusing Derek either because yes, I understand about the leg thing, but that whole thing calling everybody up to the hospital on emergency to force this girl to set a date, you could have did that at home.
Yeah.
That part I was like, why are you doing that? And then he
yeah,
threw
I agree
Jacob
with
under
you
the
on that.
bus. I mean, granted, I
Yes, he
didn't
did.
Naomi shouldn't have went off on Jacob like that, but it's like Derek, you just threw the you had this man keep a secret,
Just,
but then you threw him under the bus.
you see how he was squirming? How Jacob was sitting there squirming when Derek was explaining
Mm-hmm.
what was what happened. He knew it. He knew Naomi was gonna be pissed at him. I felt so bad
yeah.
for him.
Yep.
I know.
Like just direct that disappointment to the person who put him in that position, because all he was doing was being a friend, and he said that he told him every time that they talked, you need to tell the truth. So it's not like Jacob was being malicious about anything. He was trying to be there for his best friend.
And it wasn't his story to tell. It was Derek's
Exactly,
story
it
to
wasn't his
tell.
business.
You
Yep, it
know.
wasn't his
And for
business.
Naomi to go
And then
off.
what does
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, and then what does Naomi turn around and do for her best friend?
Exactly. That's what I
Right.
was saying. She's a hypocrite.
Because she sat there and told Naomi, yep, she sat there and told Naomi that she had feelings for her mother's husband, and regardless of if Naomi felt like um, the marriage was just some random for the moment thing that they weren't taking seriously, which she actually acknowledged and confirmed that things were taking a turn for the better with them, and that they were actually starting to take the marriage seriously, and that her mom was happy. But you sat there and listened to that girl tell you that she was going to tell Andrea how she felt,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't say a word to your mama.
Nope.
Not a single word. Like, that made zero sense to me. This
Yeah.
girl is about to make a play for your mother's husband, and you just let it happen.
Talking about, well, just, I don't want my mom to go through what Haley did to my dad or whatever she was saying that moment. I'm like, okay, but
Mhm.
you ain't gonna warn your mom that Ashley
Yeah,
just called your husband over there to say, hey, you want to do this. I'm glad Andre
yep,
set boundaries, but Naomi is a real hypocrite in this moment. You didn't even tell your mother.
yeah, yeah. She was dead wrong for that. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, the minute that Ashley started talking about Andre, Naomi should have stopped her and said, "Look, I get that y'all have some history there, but he's married to my mother now. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you talk about your feelings for him.
Right.
You gotta go find somebody else for that, because whatever you tell me, I'm telling my mother."
Mm-hmm.
She
I
shouldn't
agree.
even let that conversation go as long as it did.
I agree. I agree. What do y'all think about is there, and I know Bree, you talked about this earlier. Do you think that Akeish, do you think there's chemistry between Shanice and Ted?
I think the actress that plays Shanice can make chemistry with anybody
That's
in the
what you
same
said,
way
Bree.
that, yep,
Yeah.
the same way that Carla Mosley has chemistry with just about everybody she talks to. I think her name is Ernestine. I can't remember her last name. She does the same thing. So I thought her scenes with Ted today were, I thought they were good. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, hell, the woman had chemistry with the actor that plays Derek. I actually liked Derek in scenes with her.
Yeah, me
And when
too.
they were hinting at putting the two of them together, I was all for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She is just I hope they utilize more scenes with Shanice. I love how we get like a dose of like realism, a little messiness. Like I think she's
Mm-hmm.
sharp, she's funny, she is just a great character. Um I wouldn't mind her with Ted. I feel like this was more of a Kim test with these two. Um I thought at first when Doug was alive they were gonna put her with him,
Mm-hmm.
because we saw some scenes with them and it seemed like they had chemistry, but I don't mind this little scene that she had with Ted. I feel I would rather see him in June start something. But yeah, like she's just has that personality that just meshes with everybody, kind of like Michelle Stafford over on YNR, where she just meshes well on and off the scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were part of the couple spoilers for like November December time frame,
Who?
and it says that Ted and Shanice.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh.
So they've already confirmed it with those couple spoilers that they're going to start seeing each other, because it also mentioned something about, of course, Leslie not being happy about it. So
Oh,
my number one thing is I don't care if Ted is with Shanice or with June. I love the fact that it's not Leslie, and Leslie's face is about to crack because she just thinks that she has it in the bag with Ted right now.
Well, the interesting thing
and
is, if anybody can handle Leslie, Shanice can.
Oh yes,
yes, I was about
Mm-hmm.
to
she
say
would.
that.
Yep,
Yep.
Some
she would
great scenes are
definitely.
about to come up.
Mm-hmm.
She would definitely read her a lot better than what they've had Nicole do.
Yep.
But that was a complete letdown. I'm like, you got all the ammo to throw
Mm-hmm.
at Leslie for being a side chick, for still thinking that she had a chance at Ted, for like there's just so much, and
Yep.
I feel like Nicole has just been passive. There's being, above it all, but after this girl that showed up to your house
Threatening your daughter.
unannounced,
Mm-hmm.
threatening your daughter, causing issues for your mother, being a disruption to your parents across the street, you would have thought there would have been a few more things coming out of her mouth. Just saying.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
Nicole had the green light to give all kinds of low blows to Leslie, and they didn't let her do it.
Nope.
I mean,
Yeah.
they should
That's.
have had her
Mm-hmm.
getting dirty with the insults.
Yeah, but her character is that they trying to keep her. Danny is the one that does that. Nicole is
And I'm
the
salty that they didn't give us that in that
right.
one scene where they were all at the country club and they had Danny, I think Andre or somebody called her like right before she was getting ready to walk over to Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, y'all did not rob us of a good Danny dragging where Leslie is concerned, because that was definitely needed.
Yeah, Nicole always
Yeah.
try to take the high road and try to keep it above board and keep it cute, keep it classy, and I'm not gonna let this bother me. I'm going to move on. Whereas Danny is like, I'm gonna get in your face.
Right.
So, um, Vanessa is a now has become a madam and she's enjoying it.
Mm.
I mean, she
Um,
spent enough money at the escort
I mean,
service.
she
What?
getting everybody together. She like, listen, I'm gonna hook this up with you. You better get this on track. You need to be there at this time. And I'm like, oh yeah, she enjoying this.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna be like, Diego, I'm gonna need for you to go back to the gym, get yourself together, make sure your teeth are clean. This is this client. Like, I'm like, okay, you get your investment back, Vanessa. I don't blame you. This fits her.
Yeah, she is loving it. Because I didn't know what she was going to say. When Joey told her, I want you to run the escort service, I thought she was going to be like, because, she's this Fairmont Crest rich attorney, not attorney, real estate agent, kids at Banneker. She was like, oh, yeah, I do it. You want me to get everybody together? Okay, no problem.
And she said she sees things from the customer's perspective. So she has that key insight to what these women want. Look, if there's anybody who is ever suited for a job, it is her.
Exactly.
And she was also talking to Joey, because I think Joey said, like, as long as you're not sleeping around and messing with the employees, she was like, look, I had to do that with Doug. Like, he wasn't satisfying me. He wasn't exciting. But I get all that one stop shop with you, and whatever he's doing to her in the sheets, it was enough for her to ship her son back because we haven't heard from Donnell.
Yeah, down there, gone.
Yeah, we haven't seen this boy now, so he might not be back until like the holidays. She's like, look, you're not about to cramp up my style. She then collected another job title. She don't even need the money because she comes from old money. She don't even need it.
Mm-mm.
But now she wants to push herself further into Joey's world, and I guess it's gonna pay off by next week because he's gonna drop the L word.
I know, right? He did actually tell some truth at that table when he talked to that gossiping woman. I forgot her name.
Anastasia.
Anastasia. When he said, "What did you? What I must have killed the husband to get her," and she looked at him like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, he's dropping truth
Yeah.
bombs. Oh, do you think I take that serious? Like they say, some people, there's some truth in
Mm-hmm.
jokes. There's definitely some truth in that one.
Oh, absolutely. Hmm. And I feel like she's going to end up marrying him. And then probably that's when the truth is going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to come out anytime soon. It's going to be like a shock and all for her. Um, but that's what she gets. That's what she wanted. I mean, he's making her not walk the next day. He's taking her clothes off at the front door. She gets it as much as she wants to. She was trying to get it in 4 times in the Bahamas or Cuba or wherever they were at. Um, that's the man that she wants. Everyone has warned her,
Mm-hmm.
and she moved him into her house.
Mm-hmm. So, have at it, Vanessa. It's gonna
Yeah,
come back to blow up in your face later. And then
yeah.
last but not least, we got this situation with Samantha, Martin, Kat, and the rest of their family. Me, Keish, I think you did see the conversation that Bree and I started off with this whole thing with Samantha,
Mm-hmm.
because we had at first a little bit of a disagreement of who's accountable. And
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know she was saying that it was like 40, 60, 40 Kat, 60 Samantha. And I'm like, shh, I barely give her 10. Samantha get all the accountability in that.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts? I know because I didn't get a chance to hear some of your stuff because I was working. But what was your take on it?
I mean, to me, Kat had zero accountability in that. It's not her fault that Samantha chose to stand back and eavesdrop on that conversation and make the decision that she made. Because, first of all, that wasn't even the first time that she got caught with that boy.
Mm-hmm.
She was already being sneaky. So, uh, her Kat having a conversation with her cousin, with her best friend, when she didn't think that Samantha was around, does not make her responsible for the fact that Samantha chose to go try to have relations with a boy who don't even respect her. Like I I fail to see where Kat holds any blame, even a 1% blame of what happened with Samantha.
Gotcha.
I,
Gotcha. Did you change
Samantha's
your?
old enough to make that decision on her own.
Yeah, I agree. Did you change your tune, Bree?
Well, I changed it to 20% Cat and 80% Samantha. And the reason why, when it comes to Cat, for one, you brought that girl to a bar. That was a no-no. I'm surprised that didn't even come up in conversation. Um, Secondly, she's also trying to say, like, oh, I didn't know that she was still there, still around. Like, have her go do her job and keep her out of that bar as quickly as possible, or better yet, you could have went to your offices where that was there for to handle Chelsea Cat business. But being that, yeah, she's gonna have all the influence with movies and TV and everything, I get that. The biggest influence is going to be the people closest around her, and she looks up to both, like Martin was saying, she looks up to both Kat and to Chelsea. She shouldn't be listening to grown folks conversation, but when you're saying it at earshot to where this girl can hear you, she's just sitting right there at the bar, because what else can she do? She can't drink, she can't do nothing. All she does is just listen to you. It's got to be mindful to the things that you say. I feel like she's the most wrong when it comes to the fact that you caught her at your house with the same boy, and you're putting all the responsibility for this girl to be honest.
Which she
and you should have
did.
directly, which
Yeah,
she
she
did.
covered that.
Mm-hmm.
Which she did, but that should have also been from adult to adult too, because those kids could have finessed or tried to mess up that conversation for their benefit, because she wasn't all the way honest with her father, and that was something else that Martin had pointed out. So I'm giving 20% to Kat, because she's got to be mindful as an adult who's also leaving an impression. But 80%, Samantha then lost her mind, talking the way that she was talking.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What difference would it have made if, let's say, they did meet at Kat and Chelsea's little workspace, and let's say they were having that same conversation. They knew that Samantha was coming over to meet with them, but in the meantime, her and Chelsea were having that conversation, and Samantha stood outside the front door, back door, whatever, listening to that conversation. What difference does it make if it was there or if it was
That's what
out
I
at
was
that restaurant
saying.
that they were at?
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's different, because if she was standing outside, then she's deliberately trying to peep into a conversation. Whereas in the bar, she was literally in earshot of her
But they
aunt
didn't know that,
and her cousin.
because when she left the table, she went to the bathroom.
You still brought that girl into an adult environment. And on top of that, you didn't even bother as the adult, because it's still a minor girl, to even see if she had even left the building, for one. But much to what you were saying, if they were having that conversation at Chelsea Cat, you still gotta be mindful as an adult if you're trying to leave an impression on your teenage niece. If you already see this girl was already in heat, like bringing a random boy to your place, being even more mindful and wanted more of an authoritative person. Because she kept saying, like, I want her to trust me. I want her to come to me. You got to stop trying to be somebody's friend. She's got to look at who's an authoritative figure. Because the way that she popped off on Smitty and Martin saying that, oh, I'm going to leave. You should have left me where I was at. No, she needs more authoritative figures than friends. So she
And that's
can
her
correct her
parents'
behavior.
fault, though.
That's her parents'
not
responsibility.
Kat's fault.
No, I'm not saying it's Kat's.
And I don't even feel like what she overheard Kat say was terrible. And Kat made a good point when she was talking to Martin, when she said, I waited until I was an adult. She's like in her mid-20s. How is she a bad example to Samantha of all people when it comes to that. And she even explained, like, after they realized that Samantha was listening to them, like she said, she explained to her the situation. It wasn't like she was just, sitting out there talking about all these different guys and, just being explicit and all that kind of stuff. They make it sound like, he made it sound like, Kat was talking about opening her legs to every man in the DMV. That girl was going to do what she was going to do regardless of what she heard Kat saying.
Yep.
I agree with that part. But for Martin's point, like, I feel like he was being really hard on Kat. I do agree with that. But when she was explaining to him, like, oh, I already caught her and I already checked the situation. See, and in telling this girl, try to be honest about it, leaving it in her hands, she could have very well have said nothing. And it made you look stupid. But you have to.
Would that have changed? Because her dad knew about the boy. He may not have known every single detail, but she told her father about it and then turned around and did it again, knowing that her father knew about the first time.
But
that
being
that she do with Kat.
I get that, but being that she caught her niece should make her even more cautious about what is being said. If anything, if she wants to be an influencer, she's saying like, oh, she should come to me, she should be doing this, then be mindful of the things that you say. This is some of where Nicole's influence should kind of come into play for Kat, because you have to be mindful when it comes to certain things that's going to be impressionable on a teen who's already in heat and ready to pounce on things. You already caught this girl trying to pounce on things. And if you want to shape her mindset in a healthy way and be a positive female figure, certain things got to come out your mouth that is going to be more tailored, more appropriate. She really can't go to June, so she has to really rely on the women who's been around her, and she looks up to Kat and Chelsea. That's why I said she can just be a little bit more mindful. Majority of the blame is still going to be on Samantha for her own actions, but if you want to say you're an influence, be an influence, a positive one.
Yeah, but she is a positive influence.
I think Kat is probably the most positive influence in her life.
She is not a 3 or 4. Anyway. Most people.
No,
hold on. Most people would consider Kat, especially after everything that happened between her, Tomas, and Eva, a pick-me. Because she's the opposite of somebody like Chelsea, who was in the threesomes and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
I agree with that.
She caught Samantha listening and saying, hey, we're adults. I already told you the first time. I'm telling you now. This is not something that you need to get yourself involved in. You got time. Even June told her this. Samantha was going to do what Samantha wants to do. She could have heard that same conversation from somebody in her girls' locker room. She could have heard it on the school bus. What is Martin going to do? Go to everybody and tell them that they can't say these things around her? Whether it's Kat or some people at school or a couple that's sitting at a table behind them and they talking about their little rendezvous from the previous night. It's his responsibility to be able to incite values into his kid. And she know that it wasn't the right. She know good and well after everything that happened with that other guy that she was talking to that was after Martin. Why are you bringing that boy in your house? You know your dads wouldn't want that boy in your house. You chose to do that. You snuck a boy over to Kat's house. She told you no. You thought it was going to be okay to sneak the boy into your dad's house? Nah. So
she gets the majority of the blame.
She gets all. I didn't move from 10 to 0. That girl, she gets responsibility for all of it.
She gets all the blame. because look at her all hard headed, but still wanting to deal with this boy even after she heard from her brother how he was talking about her.
Mm-hmm. I said the same thing. He's crap.
Kids are gonna be kids.
She hard headed, and she's gonna do what she
wants to do,
regardless of who says what.
Mm-hmm.
And Cat ain't had nothing to do with that girl's decision. And Martin was dead wrong with the way that he came at her, talking about this is all your fault.
Yeah, he was incredibly wrong for that. But I feel like with Kat, first of all, you bringing this girl to a bar amongst other adults. She didn't need to be there in the first place and be in earshot of your conversation. That's why I said there's just certain things that if you want to call yourself being a good influence, a real influence, is something that she should look towards. You got to be mindful of what you're saying. But I do agree Samantha doesn't need to take majority of the responsibility for her own actions. She gonna get herself caught up. I just hope there's not gonna be a teen pregnancy story.
Yeah, and see the part I do agree with. Now I think I heard the part where Keish said that was a restaurant, because they do come up and it's kind of like a sports bar. Am I assuming that's right, or is it a bar?
And they were there during lunch.
Okay, so it's like going to, because Applebee's is a sports bar. They got a big old bar in the middle of the restaurant, and then the rest is like tables and stuff. So I don't know if it was a bar that, yeah, exactly.
You never see any kids her age there.
You know, we don't really see kids, period.
Right.
Like even at Orphe Jeans, I can't recall seeing
just the actors
around there. But it was during lunch. I don't think the fact that they were in a bar was even
it wasn't even brought up. Martin didn't even bring that up.
Because it wasn't. Yeah, because it wasn't. It's not. So what? It was during lunch. It was lunchtime. They served food there. I've seen kids in breweries before.
Oh yeah, kids will bring kids will be everywhere, but I don't think her dad would be okay with her sitting at a bar in earshot of a conversation like that.
Well, he showed didn't bring it up.
She was walking back from the bathroom. She was coming back from the bathroom. I don't think it matters if they were in a bar or if they were in Orphe Jeans. He was gonna have this same reaction to Kat because he wants to blame somebody for his daughter making a bad decision.
Oh, that was during school hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she said she had to go back to school.
Right, she sure did.
See, you pulled this girl from school to do... Yeah, I'm sick of
She was on her lunch break.
Yeah, I'm still giving Kat her 20%.
Now, Bree, I know
I know that was a problem.
Yeah, because Martin didn't even bring any of that up. And then, Bree, I understand the other issue that you didn't like that Kat did that for is because of the fact of trying to keep an eye on Isaiah and Eva. So I know you didn't like that part either, but that's something totally separate. Because why are you tracking down what Eva's doing? So I totally understand that part. But Sam was nosy. Sam came out that bathroom, stopped and looked and listened. And when they saw her, she corrected it and said, listen, no. We're grown. We're adults. This is not something for you. And she was like, okay, I got to go home. I got to go back to school. My lunch break is over. And she was out. And instead, she called that dude and took him to the house.
God, that was such a foolish decision on that girl's part. Lord, I couldn't get away with any of those things.
And then when they didn't let her have her way. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say she's sitting there complaining about a month-long punishment. I've been put on punishment for semesters.
It's funny.
What did you do? What did you do, Keish?
Just random goofy stuff that stupid teenagers do.
Yeah.
So boys.
A month is easy work.
Well, but what do y'all think about Martin quitting her job for her? Because some
Uh,
parents do that. You get in trouble, they be like, yeah, you're done. We're
it,
taking this
it,
I
privilege.
think what I didn't like about it is it was basically him telling his sister that he didn't. He told her that she was a bad influence on his daughter and that he didn't trust her around his kid. But you
Mm,
trust your kid around her bio mom who just popped up out of nowhere after, living under a bridge for however many years and just now weaning herself off of drugs. You trust that, but you don't trust your sister as if she's got some type of malicious intent towards your daughter.
mm, yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I didn't like about that. I
to
feel like he
be
did that more as a jab at Kat than he did at wanting to punish
Samantha,
Samantha.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
To
well,
to be honest,
mm-hmm.
my family would do the same thing.
Yeah, and then
My
Kat, I
fam,
mean, and then Samantha decides that she wants to run away from home.
Girl,
like where we can
said that she
go?
hated him.
Yeah, she said she hate that man.
Because I hate you. Like you should have just left me where I was, girl.
You
Okay,
trying to go move in with your mama wherever she's staying at and see how quickly you run back here.
Right.
for real. Because she's getting in a car to go to wherever she wants to go, probably paid off, and she never has to worry about a dime. But she's saying that she can't follow some simple rules, and she got it better than most kids out here. She
Mm.
lost her mind.
Only to go sit up at Orphe Jeans.
Right. And you would think that she's reacting to, I don't know, coming in a minute late past her curfew or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, you are being punished for sneaking a boy in your house and getting ready to have sex with him on the couch.
Yep.
That's what you're being punished for.
Yep.
And rightfully so. That's why I said, like, you can't be this a friend. No, you gotta be authoritative because she feels like she is above any punishment and can just walk out the door whenever she feels to please. No, you can't be no friend, especially at that age. No, stricter rules. I would
Mm-hmm.
have took the car keys.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure that she has a car because I remember one of the times it was when she went to visit June. Um, Martin said something about he got her
Picking her
an
up.
Uber.
Mm-hmm. So she probably got a
He
ride
dropped her
share.
off and yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
I would have took the credit card.
you
Look,
took it all, huh?
look, my family would have took everything. You can't just talk that kind of way. Like, oh, you think you can do it better? Okay, I'm gonna save my money, and you're gonna use a payphone. Like, my family would correct attitudes, everything really quickly. I made sure I stayed out of trouble because I seen how a couple of family members get out of line, and the way that they were grounded, now they wouldn't go as far as like quitting the job. They would do that, but that would mean they would take spend money out of their pocket for things. Just like, no, you can go to work.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be okay.
What did y'all think about when Nicole came over with her like all her favorite breakfast items or whatever it was, and kind of I don't know. I was annoyed by it at first because I felt like she was trying to like soften the blow of her punishment. Um, but I guess she ultimately did say that she couldn't interfere in the way Martin and Smitty were parenting them.
She was grandma. I feel like she was being grandma. Grandma's gonna be a little bit more softer and kind of let Martin and Smitty kind of do their thing when it comes to their child. So I feel like she wasn't trying to overstep. It's not like where she's usually passive aggressive or where she's just kind of, not being blasé, but like I feel like she was just letting them do their thing as parents, and grandma's always going to be authoritative, but a little bit softer.
Yeah, I kind of got what Tyrell was saying though, because he was a little annoyed by the fact that you're on punishment. And your grandma is basically rubbing your back and giving you all your little favorite things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it must be nice.
Yeah, so.
Mm-mm.
All right, did we cover everything?
Did we touch on Eva and Ted at the hospital?
No.
Because people were tearing up Kat online after this episode aired today. And I this actually further proves how much he has completely neglected Kat. It's to the point where, okay, well, fine, you decided to call her your daughter. She said, look, that's fine, but you can't have both of us. He hasn't really tried to make things right with Kat. Anytime we see any interaction with her and Ted, she's going to him about whatever he didn't mess up and he did. Like, it was always something pertaining to Leslie. Like, mom caught you doing this, or mom told me you slept with Leslie. It's always, and it's very few and far in between. Every other scene, we've seen him more with Eva than we've seen him with Kat.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they put 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 that where he has more screen time with the Eva character. However, I don't agree with Kat, and I mean, it's his daughter. I have a sister like that, and my dad sees my older sister like that. So, and it's my sister, it's his daughter. Her talking about how, well, you only got one daughter, and count me, whatever this is, and Nicole's like, well, they got to figure that out. Eva's his kid. For a while, he didn't even know the girl existed. Now, granted, he screwed up by sleeping with Leslie. I don't agree with that. I don't condone that. He was running wrong. But she hid this kid for 30 years, and now he has a daughter outside of Cat. It is what it is. I know it's hard. You're going to have to figure out a way to deal with it. Y'all share a father. But her walking off and doing all that other craziness, I'm like, girl, please. There's no lies detected. That's his daughter.
Right. I agree. But this is also further proving he has to make sure all of his kids are good. It's not just Eva, because this is a shock to both of his older two kids, that the man that they thought was this good guy and true to his mother and has like the ideal marriage, like everything kind of shattered. And on top of that, he is forgiving the person who deliberately came in to try to cause mess for their mother and trying to break up their marriage. Like, people can say that Leslie was the one who orchestrated it and Eva is a victim. Eva's no victim. She was an active participant in all of those things. And Kat was getting a lot of heat, a lot of blame when she was spelling out a lot of truths about Eva and about Leslie and brought it to the forefront, only to still get crap from both of her parents in between.
I just wish that they would have given. It'd be different if Kat has been trying to reach out to her dad and he's been blowing her off, or have not been making the time and been spending more time with Eva. They have literally written where Ted has very little dialogue with Kat. And so it's hard to kind of say that he's not, or excluding her, or not spending time, because the dialogue hasn't been there. I could see if he's been neglecting her by saying, oh, I ain't got time, I'm going out with Eva today, or I'm busy. I got multiple surgeries, and then when the surgeries is done, he ends up hanging out with Eva. Then I could say, why aren't you spending time with both your kids? They have literally not put them in a lot of scenes together. Kat has been more with Chelsea. This whole thing with Chelsea and Allison. She's been in more scenes with Eva and Tomas, but we hardly ever got to see her in scenes with her father, and I think that's a writer's situation versus him.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know behind the scenes whether they have been hanging out or not.
Right, and that's why I feel so bad. Is the character Cat is getting trashed online because of her feelings. Like I feel like she's in the right to her feelings. She may not like the fact that Eva's biologically Ted's, but it is what it is. She doesn't have to like it, but he should make sure all of his kids are good to be, because also, to be honest, I don't think he's ever really around Martin until most
Right, we
recently.
haven't seen him around either of those. They've been creating dialogue around Ted getting to know Eva. We hardly ever see
Mm-hmm.
dialogue with the other two kids. Not to say that they haven't been hanging out, but I think it would be more credible to say that you're excluding them if we saw where he was brushing them off or don't have the time, but he's making time for Eva. Then I could easily say, dude, why are you making more time for Eva and not with your other two kids? But I don't know, they just seem like they're so far worlds apart because we never see them in scenes together.
That's because they isolated him to Eva
Exactly.
and Leslie for the most part, and it's almost kind of like how he keeps saying when he's talking to other people about everything that he's done to win Nicole back, but we haven't seen that.
Exactly.
Only thing we
We ain't
saw
seen
him
Ted
is him send flowers and show up at the house and
And
ask her
teddy
out.
bear.
But that was.
exactly. We've seen maybe or a handful or less of things on screen that Ted did to try to win Nicole back. We saw Martin fight for his marriage a lot more than we saw Ted fight for his. So to me, because we didn't really see it on screen, we didn't even really hear about it, what he did in dialogue. We only heard him say, I've been fighting for my marriage, or I'm done fighting for my marriage, or those are the only words that we've heard him say in regards to it. They didn't show it on camera, so to us, it didn't seem like Ted was fighting for anything. It felt like he was spending all of his time with Eva and and Leslie because she's an extension of Eva where he is concerned. So I guess it's kind of the same thing with the amount of time that he's put in with Kat. We don't. Uh, I don't know. Maybe they were behind the scenes, but we don't see it. So to us, it's like you've been focusing, and he actually he said in dialogue at one point, "My focus is Eva."
Yep, he sure did.
Hmm.
He said, "My focus is Eva and making sure that Eva is okay." But I guess because he's trying to make up for lost time. But in my
Wait a minute.
opinion,
They're saying that we're buffering.
um,
We're buffering. Can
Uh,
you hear us?
can you hear us? Okay, it's coming up on 3 hours too. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So, all right, let's
so I don't
go.
know. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I I feel like just to write that part of it up. I think Kat has her feelings are valid. I understand why she had the reaction that she did. But yes, Eva is Ted's daughter, and at some point she's gonna have to come to terms with that. However, she doesn't have to accept Eva, and if she chooses to not want to have anything to do with her father because Eva is in his life, then that's her choice.
Yeah.
Aisha said, to be honest, to be fair, Cat pushed Ted away.
I don't think so. I think Ted did a good job of pushing Kat away by the way that he kept trying to force a relationship with Eva and continuing to make excuses for her and
Yeah.
sitting there kikiing with Eva or even validating her feelings that Kat is a mean girl or petty. I think Ted did
Exactly.
a good job of pushing his daughter away himself.
until he needed to use her like for training, even for her old position.
Gotcha.
Right.
All right. Okay, let's get into our final four segments. What's so funny, girl? What you saw? Something in the chat?
Like, yeah, the chat's been kind of funny. It's all right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love you guys.
All right, so we're gonna do our flip the script. Who's taking several seats? Star of the week, pickle of the week, and to start off, YNR flip.
Um, my flip would have been, at least for Friday's episode, that not only Kane's company is under attack, but all the companies are under attack, and we see Phyllis at the end extracting all the funds. That would have been a sweeps moment. But,
Okay.
you know.
You got a flip, Bree? I mean, Keish.
You know I don't.
I know you. What you say, Keish? Flip the whole week, huh?
For the whole last 6 months.
Dang. If anything, I would have had Kyle not go. Because I just think that was a dumb move. But even though she was already in town, for Jack and Diane to be like, yo, go on back down there and make a fool out of yourself. I would have, Kyle should have just stayed, which he ended up staying. But yeah. And then that whole thing with him running up on those two, once he knows that something happened. I know he can tell. Walk away, dude, with your dignity.
Yeah, if he has one.
If he has one. What y'all got for bold?
To be honest, I didn't really care too much about Steffi confronting Sheila. I would have preferred if Steffi had confronted Lee about why she saved Luna.
You know what? Let me
That's the
mention
flip right there.
Right. Let me mention something because they've been really trying to push this all on Sheila when Lee is the catalyst.
Yeah.
Nobody is. I mean, sometimes they'll drop little things. Oh, if Lee hadn't said that she doing just like she did Finn. But she kept a secret. Lee was the one that actually brought this girl back to life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why ain't nobody having the
Getting
same
off
amount of
scot-free.
right? Why does she don't get the same amount of smoke that Sheila's getting right now? I'm just saying.
Imagine that scene. That would have been great. And also trying to see Lee talk herself out of that, because she's been able to talk herself out of confrontations between Ridge and Taylor and Finn perfectly fine. But what about Steffi? That I would have preferred that with Lee versus Sheila and Steffi at El Giardino.
I mean, everybody making it.
Lee,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, Lee. Every time Lee has been confronted, she makes herself into a victim.
Exactly. Again, because they
That's
showed him get at Grace Buckingham. You basically committed a crime yourself too. Even though she lied to Liam about being sick, you harbored a fugitive. After bringing her back to life, Sheila only kept a secret.
And was gonna try to get her off.
And was gonna try to get her off. Yep. But nobody give her that same smoke.
Yeah.
BTG flip.
I would have loved for Ted to have gone after Kat. Like, he prioritized whatever was going on with this man's surgery as if there's no other surgeon within the hospital or anything that could stall until Ted was able to get back. Yeah. Your daughter feels a way about what was going on, and here was a moment for you to make sure your other daughter was okay.
Yeah. Wasn't he about to go into surgery though? Patient was waiting.
I can understand Ted not going after her. I do feel like even his tone of voice was a little too like, she'll be all right. I was more bothered by Nicole.
Really?
in that situation, yeah, not because Nicole needed to go and try to solve the problem, but Kat was just in her office upset about how Martin had spoken to her, putting all that blame about the whole Samantha situation on her shoulders. And then she walks out to this, which we know she's got, major problems with Eva and her dad. And she walks off upset. And her mom doesn't even bother to go after her and offer her a hug or comfort or something. She's just like, no, Ted needs to figure this out on his own. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I think in that instance, he should. That's why I was hoping he'd run after her, or at least make the effort to try to catch her, see if she's okay, or anything. Actually, because if it was Eva, he would have done it.
I mean, I do agree that this is Ted's mess to figure out. I don't think Nicole needs to do that for him. But it wasn't that I wanted Nicole to go figure the mess out. I just wanted Nicole to go after her daughter and give her a hug and just tell her, I'm here for you. I know you're upset, and I'm here for you. And that's all. She didn't even do that. She just let her daughter walk off upset.
Okay.
And she went the other direction.
Yeah.
Well, my flip is I wish Joey would have walked in on Randy and Haley. Right there in that moment, Joey walked in and got busted him right there. That would have been perfect. All right, who's
My flip would have been.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. My flip would have been them making, or Naomi making Ashley go talk to Derek about her true feelings.
I agree.
Where Andre is concerned. I think she owes Derek that conversation.
Yep.
Because she did exactly what he thought that she would do, and she went straight to Andre.
Yep. I agree. All right, who's taking seats? Weiner.
Kane.
I'll just go with whatever you guys say.
I'm gonna say Kane and Phyllis are gonna take some seats.
Okay. I said Claire in her confusion can take a seat. What y'all got on bold for seats?
The writing team.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one because it's all over the place. BTG seats.
Martin.
Yeah.
Ashley.
And Samantha.
Yeah.
Martin, Ashley, and Samantha.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. All right. Star of the week, Weiner. If there is one.
Haley Aaron, actually.
Okay.
I like this actual side that she's bringing to Claire. Like it seems like it's more her age, and I don't know, I like it. It was some good scenes with her.
Keish, you ain't got nothing, right? I can agree with you on that one, because that's the only thing I can think of. Bold,
I'll give it to Kumaro just because of today.
No, okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. And
the actor who plays Remy as well for
Christian.
The week.
Yeah, Christian. Yeah. Okay.
Great scenes.
What about BTG?
Sean Freeman.
Oh yeah, that was good. Andre. That's good. Yeah, I love that picture of him and Danny. Pickle of the week, YNR. The whole storyline in LA.
Well, then mine is the whole Kane storyline.
Oh man! All right, what about Bold?
Pickle for Bold. I'm actually gonna give this to Bill.
Okay.
because I did not care for any of these tears from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you put everybody in this position the day you got that girl pregnant, and you didn't want to listen to nobody. She was already in jail.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna give a pickle of the week to this whole Taylor and Deacon situation. I am no. Nah. Not interested.
Nope.
Keish?
Um, I give my pickle to Luna still being
Delulu?
1000% delusional. Jesus.
Delulu. Oh man. Okay.
Like that girl needs to be in an institution.
Yeah, well, she's definitely in an institution right now. Hopefully, she can stay there. That her cellmate wants to punch her in the eye again. So
She need to be in one that specializes in mental health.
yeah, that too. BTG pickle. I'm gonna give it to both Derek and Ashley. Not because of his legs, but this whole trying to get folks up there. I don't know. His insecurity made him look really bad. But a lot of that is predicated to Ashley.
Mm-hmm. You see how they keep writing Derek as the bad guy in the relationship?
I don't see him as a
Yes.
bad
One
guy.
situation after another.
I just see his
I,
moves is just not he's this man is a firefighter. He's trying to fight for himself.
mhm.
He needs somebody else to go after.
When
I
I say
agree.
bad guy, I just mean like he's the one that
It's always his fault.
it's like Steffi and Liam. When Steffi and Liam were together, it was always Steffi's fault when something
Yeah.
went wrong in their relationship. That's what they're doing with Derek and Ashley. It's always Derek's fault. The littlest thing
But
is
Yeah.
everybody
Derek's
can
fault.
see through that. Most of the soap social media see her as the problem. So even though the writing might
Mm-hmm.
try to make him look like it's always his fault, the fans are like Ashley is trash.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
1000%.
Hmm. But yeah, that's my
I
pickle.
my pickle is just the overall treatment of the cat character.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene with Martin today was just like the, the cherry on top of the crack that they have piled onto Cat these last several months. It's just one thing after another. She can't seem to do anything right for anybody. No one ever has her back where Eva is concerned. Um, she's always getting her hand slapped for something that isn't her fault. It's just like this girl just she doesn't get a break. She has nobody to support her. It's just one thing after another. And so that scene with Martin today, just I don't know, that really pissed me off.
Bree?
Yeah. Oh, I agree with the Ashley part.
Okay. Oh,
I
you did. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
that was plenty for me.
All right. Then we
You know.
got our Simp Olympics.
Oh.
Who's getting the
Okay.
bronze? Who's getting the silver, gold, and platinum? No Michael this week, Bree.
He will take Cosmic for the year, so he's still in his position. Um, yeah, we gave him. He created a whole level of platinum. Yes,
He deserves his own. Actually, it should be named after the category should be named after Michael.
The Michael
Honestly,
Baldwin
Michael Simple
Award.
Awards.
yep, it should be named
Yeah,
after him.
There you go,
he's earned that
Keish.
right.
What'd you say?
I said that's a good one,
He's,
Keish.
he's earned that right. I agree with that. But
Okay.
for bronze, I'm gonna give that to Kyle because he was still listening to his parents, knowing he should be there for his child, but he wants to still try to go out to LA in hopes to try to salvage something with Claire, and she's made it very clear, I want nothing to do with you. Silver for me is going to be Derek. Um, Even though I put most of it on Ashley, this man was moving very insecure, and she's not worth all of the trouble only for her to be in position to play victim. Um, Holden's getting gold. He's getting gold. So you call yourself getting you some with Claire. It was good enough for you to even bring up anything of what happened prior to ever knowing her. It was never any her business. And you're telling something that could also land you in jail still, just to get some more box. That was so dumb. And then Kane just, he has starting to move his way too cosmic, actually. But just the fact that he is still trying to kiss up to Lily, completely neglected his role as the head of his company, it put all of this focus on trying to win Lily back, only to let everything literally fall through the cracks. And y'all see Monday's episode. He's about to be broke by the end of the week unless Phyllis saves him.
Mine is I'm gonna give it to Randy get bronze. Because I mean this man here, you gonna lie to your boss and then turn around and say that you sleeping with your cousin because you want a piece of that money
Yeah.
that she gonna get to unalive her husband. Yeah, okay. Um, I'm gonna give bronze to Randy. I'm gonna give Kyle the silver. We all know why. Gold is going to go to who else I was gonna give? I was gonna give Holden the gold. And then yeah, you Kane and the way Lily was giving him nothing, but she wants everything, and he was willing to do that. Plus everything that's been happened around him, trusting Phyllis. Phyllis done threw him under the bus, and now he, like you say, I haven't seen the Monday's episode, but now he's spot this week. You got anything, Bree? I mean, Keish.
Um, just from the sounds of what Kane is doing, I for me, he's the only one that gets it.
Okay.
The only reason why I don't put Kyle in that boat is because I feel like he's just as annoying as he is fighting for his relationship with Claire. I I can understand it. Um, and then with who's the other one? Randy. Randy's just he's just an idiot. He just does stupid things. So I think it sounds like Kane is the only, in my opinion, the only legitimate simp in this situation.
Yep.
So I'll just
You
go
don't
with
think
him.
Holden?
No, because Holden got something.
Oh, he's
He
trying to
got
continue to
something.
get something, which is
It's,
why he dropped
yeah.
that.
And he might still because she already did it once. So it's not like he's not getting anything at all in return from her.
Well, the reason that we said that is because of the fact that when she started to pull back, and
Yeah.
he realized that, and so in order to keep that connection going, he put himself in legal danger by spilling the tea on himself just to open up to Claire so she can stick around. And there's no
And
guarantee that she's going to.
because she's already judging him for him, attracting the wrong attention. But I'm like, girl, given your history, how can
Right.
you judge? And this is the position he put himself in just to get some more box. No.
Right. So, all right, we did it, y'all. And Keish, yay, you came back today. I was so glad. That's good because I know we've been trying to keep up with you. I know you had a lot
I know
going
I've been all
on.
over the place.
I know, and you headed to you got when's your retirement party?
It's that's not until March,
Oh
but
no,
I'm done
next
in
year.
December.
Okay, you done in December.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I know it's
Hmm.
one of those days is coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, y'all got anything else? I'm looking forward to some of this stuff next week. Monday sound pretty good. What would you grade it? A good grade, Bree?
I would grade it maybe a C
Okay.
plus.
This YNR.
So it's not a
Well,
filler.
for YNR, it's
Mm.
not a filler. It's just very frustrating to watch.
Okay.
And Kane, he's gonna look like the biggest idiot of them all. You'll
Okay.
see what I'm talking about.
Okay. Oh, and then we get to see. We need to get more dialogue on what happened with what's his name, Vernon, and that what's that woman name?
Not Tracy.
Not
Um,
Tracy, the other one.
I keep wanting to call her Barbara.
no, it's
No,
not
that's not
Barbara.
Barbara.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon. Yeah.
I want to know what's going on with these. They dropped that one little scene this week, and we got nothing. And then we get in the promos. They meeting up again. I want to know what happened.
Yeah, I
I've
want to know
seen.
what happened in that hotel room.
Exactly.
I've seen a lot of the theories that I've seen online is that he's getting
A
voice
song.
lessons from her, and he's going to perform at that winter, whatever that was, the,
Mm,
that winter gala thing that Nicole
mm.
is putting on.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to find out and see what happens. Do y'all think the promos look pretty interesting for next week? All three of them, or not really?
I forgot about Bolds.
I don't
To
remember
be honest.
what they showed us on Bold.
Yeah, I
Well,
think why
they showed Taylor and Deacon dancing together.
That's right.
They showed
Oh, and Steffi and Hope talking.
right. They also showed Electra and Will took a picture that Luna saw, and she think they buying a house and
Yeah.
she need to get out.
Oh, that was the beach house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Taylor can't even get her beach house back. Anyway, I mean, go down
Yeah.
that rabbit hole.
But wait a minute, wasn't that the same beach house that
Um.
RJ and Luna was in?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
Where they had the makeshift art school
Where
at
she
one
lost
point.
her V card there, supposedly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then the previews for next week for BTG was the Vernon and Sharon thing. Um,
Mhm.
didn't we see something about Haley?
Yes.
Yeah. Shooting her shot at. She gonna shoot her shot at Isaiah.
Right.
Yep.
She gonna shoot a shot at Isaiah. And then was there anything with Andre and Danny? Yeah, they in
Yes,
Forster.
they're on their honeymoon.
Yeah, they headed to Forster.
They're,
Okay.
yeah. I and then I read some of the spoilers for next week,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them said Anita, something about Anita having to placate Leslie. So once again,
Oh.
Leslie is going to win some other battle or something else over the Duprees.
Mm-hmm. It's a. I ain't gonna say that word on here. All right. All right, we're gonna end it right there, you guys. I appreciate all of you. Stay tuned for. Hopefully, we'll have some better episodes, and I can actually be really into my recaps for you guys. Because the last couple days for Bold was just yeah. So I was like,
Yeah,
nah. I'll just talk about it
I
on
don't
the
blame you.
live. What'd you say?
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm like, shoo, Lord. All right, so make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. And until next time, we will see all of you later. Bye, Soapies.
Good night.
Have a good weekend.